the hell? Sorry, hold on a second, man. Monster, sorry about that, man. Give me a second. The hell? You're missing the link. Goodbye. Stop spamming cap warning. The fuck? Alright, yeah, I have no idea what that is. Sorry, Monster. I got somebody working on my Nightbot. So like give me just a minute. We can see if I can fucking work on that. This is gonna be a quick stream. Cause I just kind of thought about what the nonsense at hand is. And no, you're good. Like I said, I'll fix that with Nightbot, man. I have no clue what that is. I'll actually fix it right after the stream. So no worries. Sorry about that, man. Because I know it happened to a couple of people the last time we streamed. Okay, so this is gonna be like a quick stream, right? So I wanted to run by you guys. I'll probably turn this into a video also, but I do want to just get this out there now while it's fresh in my head. So as most of you guys know, DSP is sitting there talking about he's talking about suing and all this bullshit, right? And then it just came out that he's actually speaking to a lawyer. He's speaking to what's his name? Matter of fact, hold up, I can pull him up on Twitter real fast. But someone just sent it to me. He's speaking to. Who are you speaking to? Who are you speaking to? What is this guy's name? He's speaking to. His name will pop up, but he's speaking to this lawyer while I'm looking for this tweet. All right, so he's speaking to this lawyer, right? To well, he reached out to this particular lawyer to see if he could get things to, if he could actually. There you go. A legal mindset. Thank you. He's speaking the legal mindset, and I guess he wanted him to look at his case. Legal mindset said, "Yo, that's not me. I'll refer you to another lawyer." And then, yeah, I'm really sorry about Nightbot. Yeah, I have no clue what his problem is. But yeah, he reached out to Legal Mindset. Legal Mindset was like, "Oh, that doesn't fall into my category. I'll refer you to someone else." And so I guess he did. And then Legal Mindset said he would follow the case. Now, I wish Legal Mindset knew a little bit more about what's going on currently before he came to that conclusion. But semantics. I just thought about this. So hear me out. I'm shooting in the dark here. What if I told you that DSP's plan isn't actually the sue? It's that, okay, DSP is not actually trying to sue. What DSP is trying to do is get attention on himself. Hear me out. So, okay, according to what Legal Mindset, or according to this whole situation, we know, what do we know for sure? DSP doesn't have any money. So he's not looking to get an outside lawyer because he doesn't have the money. So he would rather get someone from LawTube. Legal Mindset is part of LawTube, right? They're all this. It was a giant network / friend group of lawyers who could refer different cases to each other within that circle, and then they could all branch out from there, right? So not only could they stream together, collect their super chats, but they could network. Okay, what if DSP is not actually trying to sue, but instead he's trying to get one of these, basically someone from LawTube, to look at his case, publicize it, right? And if that person doesn't actually take his case on, if they're speaking about it, maybe they'll have another lawyer outside of LawTube actually pick up the case. I don't think DSP's trying to sue. I think what he wants to do is bring enough attention to himself so he can make himself the victim, so people can come and watch the content, and so people can see the quote-unquote harassment campaign that's against him. He wants to win the court of public opinion. By doing that, he thinks he can put pressure on YouTube, and then he can have YouTube do whatever, and then he doesn't have to do anything. Because think about it, if you're someone on YouTube who's a lawyer and you take on his case, your reputation's tied to him, right? So now it's not a matter of, oh, we're going up against DSP. Now we're going up against whoever the lawyer is in question that's doing the case. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what he's going for. He wants the Mudahars. He wants the Moist Criticals. He wants whoever. He wants the big names on YouTube to be speaking about his case, good, bad, or otherwise. That's what I think he's actually going for. It's not about suing. If anybody is going to catch a stray, it might be Duty. But because Duty has put himself out there front face, he's an easy target. He's a soft target, and he's an easy target. You know what I'm saying? And you know, because Duty cares about his reputation, despite the fact that this is all some detractor shit, he just does it for fun. Duty cares so much about his reputation, right? That if any of these lawyers decide to speak out on Duty, not even sue him yet, just to talk to him, get him on stream and talk, what's Duty going to do? He's going to go up there. He's going to take the opportunity to get himself out there for publicity. And Duty has a track record of talking to other people online and it not working out. If this is a lot of forward thinking on my part, and it's a lot of thinking that obviously DSP is not set for, he's not built for. But I honestly think that's what it is. Because look at, as someone just pointed out, look at how much publicity Ethan Klein is getting, right? That's what DSP wants. It's not necessarily about the money. He's trying to get the money through YouTube, not necessarily take anybody to court because he knows he might not win. And then it's going to drag out. It's going to cost him money, this, that, and the third. So why not wrap up a lawyer, a YouTube lawyer, into this? And that right there is his spokesperson. And then all he has to do is waddle his ass back to his streams, be boring as fuck, and let them do all the work for him. And because DSP's already deleting shit from DSP Gaming, like there are quote unquote podcasts, daily therapy sessions, whatever you want to call it, because those things are already being deleted, or they've been deleted, I should say. All you have left is detractor content. And he's already laid down the groundwork about it's lies, it's defamatory, it's taken out of context, so on and so forth. I don't think this is actually, he's not trying to actually sue. He's legitimately not trying to sue. He's trying to get another chance at his reputation. The same thing he wanted to do with Mutahar, right? He wanted to use Mutahar's platform to build his ass up. He wanted to use Moist Critical to build his ass up. He wanted to use Nick Rekieta at that time to build his ass up. I think that's what he's going for. Give me just a second. What's up, bro? Well, big ups everybody in chat. Like I said, sorry, I'm this shit came at me so fucking random, and I'm like, the fuck? Yeah, here we go. Actually, matter of fact, let me see if I can pull this up on Twitter for you guys real fast. So I think that's what DSP is actually shooting for. It's all about publicity. And I want you to, thank you again, Proper. I want you to hear this legal mindset shit. Nope. Okay, let me see if we can work some wizardry here. Wizardry. Or street. Whatever. Okay, here we go. We're good on that. Okay, if I play this, can you hear this? This is what we're doing here. Loop. All right, sound test. Actually, let's kill this real fast. This way you guys won't catch an echo.
Well, love you're taking it. I need to look at that because there's...
Okay, chat, can you guys hear that? Do I need to adjust it? Do I need to change it up, or are we okay? Here, let me run it for a few more seconds, and then I'll bring it back.
I saw Billy Mitchell threatening to sue DSP. That would be a great one to talk about. In DSP has reached out to me personally, like behind the...
Okay, cool. So, all right, so let's play this from the beginning. Big ups to Proper, and big ups to homie who brought this to me, and big ups to Bob here who clipped it and whatnot. So, let's see here. Yikes. I'm not sure if that's what I wanted. Probably wasn't. Bring that back. All right, then we'll just do it this way.
Bob Starkey says, hey, Andrew, sorry it's off topic. I tagged you on Twitter regarding DSP wanting to create contracts with restreamers. We'll love you're taking it. I need to look at that because there's I saw Billy Mitchell threatening to sue DSP. That would be a great one to talk about.
Now, I need to actually look into what Billy is actually trying to sue him for, so I have no clue what that is. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
In DSP has reached out to me personally, like behind the scenes. I just told him, hey, look, thanks for reaching out to me. I'm not the lawyer you need. I gave him some recommendations of a lawyer to contact. Obviously that can help him if he wants to start, suing people. DSP is a very interesting character on the internet. And I think there's going to be a long saga for DSP, including some legal battles. So
okay. So that's what Mindset said. Big ups to Proper, big ups to everybody else. Okay. Yeah, I think he's joking too, but that's actually not the part that's important to me. What's important is, what did DSP say in that email? That's what I'm interested in hearing. What did he say in that email to him and whatnot? And then going off of that. Now, do I think that he may have actually referred DSP to someone else? Yeah, because he's not going to go to Ricada, or he may have gone to Ricada, and that's what led him to Legal Mindset. I'm not quite sure, and that doesn't even really matter. But I think that's what DSP wants. He wants as much publicity on this as possible. It's not about winning, right? It's not about winning. It's about getting as many eyes on him as possible, as many sympathetic eyes on him as possible, and hopefully people that will at least will empathize with him, right? If they don't watch the content, they'll at least give him money. Remember what DSP said during the fucking super crazy arc, that the internet will fund him? This is how he's trying to do it, by getting as much publicity on him as possible and hoping that other content creators as well as other sympathetic people will do so. Now, granted, I think it's a pipe dream. I don't think it's going to actually work that way. But Duty has put himself in a position to be a villain in such a way that if he went after a Tevin, if he went after a LSB, if he went after a piece of peace, an agent proper, if he went after somebody, and is another person, if he went after someone who has common sense, who knows how to talk, he would, anybody who they talk to, they're going to be able to get their point across, right? They're not going to come across as disliked or unagreeable or some shit like that, right? It's not like that. What DSP is kind of depending on, or if I was DSP, is I'm depending on Duty going up there and doing a little too much to be like, man, maybe some of y'all are a little wild. Maybe some of y'all do need to get reeled in. Sued? Nah. But does YouTube probably need to come in and discipline y'all? Probably. And that right there feeds back into the thing with Keemstar. And you guys remember all that shit, right? Proper went ahead and had that in his top 10. That's another thing DSP can draw upon. And like I said, I'm just shooting in the dark on this, but I honestly think that's what that's what the actual end game is. It's not about suing, because he's not going to win like that. Not at all. DSP needs as much publicity on him as possible. It's basically trying to recreate fucking the Kino Casino arc, if you will, but do it with people who have, but try to go the law route for it. It's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how that pans, to be honest with you, if that could even work. I have no clue. But if I was Duty, don't speak to nobody. Don't talk to any lawyers. If someone reaches out to you for your opinion, don't, I mean, not that I need to help Duty and shit, fuck Duty, but don't talk to nobody unless someone has primed you first. Don't sit out here and start speaking to people. Don't do any of that, at least not online, because they're going to cut it. They're going to literally cut into you just for fucking content and whatnot. If he come, like, think about what happened with Super Crazy when he talked to, what was that, Pescator? And Pescator was like, yo, man, I'm not sure about this, that, and third. You remember how, if any of you who watched that, you know what I'm talking about. You got to be careful. You got to be real careful, because like I said, it's 2025. It's content farming. Get one of the biggest lol cows online and get one of his top detractors and be like, hey, this guy wants to sue you. He's saying he wants to sue you for all these things. What do you have to say for yourself? You can't do what you did with Ethan Ralph and say, oh, I have no skin in the game. That's not my game. That's not my stilo. You can't do that. Now you got to stand on business. If you're a face of the community, or if you're a pillar of this community, now you got to stand on business. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what DSP wants. Get people, force us to fight in the court of public opinion, right? Remember what DSP was saying through the Kino Casino arc? Turn the lens on us and see how we react, and then try to feed off of that later. That's going to be fucking interesting. And like I said, this is just me going through the motions on this, but that's going to be fucking crazy if that's what he ends up trying to do. Yeah, I think so. Like, if Duty's not careful, dude, he's literally going to make it his worst enemy. He's gonna really hurt himself out there. I mean, really, it's like he gives himself enough rope and will hang himself and whatnot. I like I said, I've been kind of pondering that for like the past like 20 minutes. And I was thinking to myself, man, that's the only way. That's what DSP's going for. Because he's not going to be able to sue any of us and actually win. That's not going to work. So, you know what I'm saying? Well, see, here's the problem. If you're talking about the unofficial DSP, if you're talking about DSP breaking TOS all the time, we have some problems. One, because of a lot of the mass reporting that we have on him, or that he's had on himself over the years, I don't think YouTube discounts that stuff. I think they're much more lenient on the reports. They have to be very precise, if that's what you're going to go for. The evidence is there. It's just how it's formatted. You know what I'm saying? That's the first issue. The second issue is, as I've pointed out earlier, DSP's deleting fucking content. He's like deleting fucking evidence. Actually, big ups for the super chat, by the way. I appreciate that point. It's my first super chat, I think. So big ups. First for everything. Yeah, I think that's where our situation is, man. Like, you have to be very precise on what you're hitting him with, and if he's deleting evidence, that's the reason why he needs to go after Raw Phil, or at least his archive on YouTube and whatnot, because it's one of the easiest things to narrow through or to navigate through. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you've been over there on Odyssey, you can find Raw Phil stuff just as easily. I don't know if there's timestamps over there, but you can still find it. But you're talking about you're going on a mission for that, right? And then for some of the older content, you're talking about your early Volt Boy stuff, your early David Davison stuff, your early Mr. Huff stuff, material, stuff like that. Most of that is lost unless it's in an archive, and I think it is in an archive. I actually have to reach out to the dude on Twitter and see what he has and whatnot, or I just need to go to his site and check that out. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. And now, like, theoretically, we can let the cards play out, but if this, let me also pivot a little bit into how DSP is trying to use duty. Basically, DSP is going off of one of the most tried and true methods in life, is cut off the head and the rest of the body will die, right? The problem is, and DSP is going to find this, and I think DSP realizes this, it doesn't work that way with duty. It's not like Tevin. It's not like Snort Burnell. It's not like your elder statesmen or people who have real respectability. It doesn't work like that with duty. Cutting duty down is really just a statement for someone who's been brazen for a really long time and to cut into his money or cut off his cash flow. That's it. There is no long-term ramifications. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't, that's not a thing. You know what I mean? So he's not the squeeze the banana, that's funny. It doesn't have the bite or the effect that DSP is looking for. But I don't think that's what DSP wants anyway. I think DSP just wants to make an example out of duty, and he wants to do it in a very public sort of way. You know what I'm saying? Look at it this way. DSP is like, oh, you have the gall to show how much money you're making off of me? I've got to get you. I have to, DSP has to make it his sole mission now to take duty down, to be honest. And it's kind of silly and a waste of energy, to be honest with you, but that's DSP for you. That's how he's gonna use his weaponized autism to try to go after him on that. And so that leaves duty in that type of a situation, because what's he gonna do? He's gonna go back and change all of his titles? He's probably not gonna do that. And even if he did, that doesn't help him, because just in case you guys don't know, when you guys look at a YouTube video, right, off to the sides, off to your right, you can see, at least on desktop, you can see what the previous title was before it was changed. So that's the first thing. Secondly, DSP or Duty is not going to private any of his videos or unlist them, because that hurts the channel overall. Plus, it hurts his revenue, because his past catalog is still generating money. So he's not going to do that. So now we're in a very interesting situation on what is Duty and people like Duty, or any detractor really. What are you going to do? What are you gonna do if you get into a situation where your videos are under attack? Like, are you going to take the hit on the demonetization and just pivot over the Stream Elements, Stream Labs, Buy Me a Coffee? I have one of those. You know, anything like that? Or are you going to just wait until the strikes come down and then just fight them off as they show up, or the claims, I should say, because I don't think DSP's going for strikes. So that right there adds like a different, like a whole new element to the situation. I'm kind of interested to see how that pans out. So that's really good, because think about it. If you're in a Discord, if you're on Twitter or X, DSP don't know you. DSP isn't going to bother with you, and he's not going to bother with most detractors. He's just going to go for whoever's in the top 3, I would guess. So I don't know. This should be fucking interesting to see how that pans. Holy shit. What's up, chat? I'm sure, well, Duty's going to need to be honest with you. Duty's going to need to be honest. He has to, Like if DSP's fire just doesn't basically smolder itself out, DSP has, or Duty has to be willing to create a much bigger fire to rob DSP of any oxygen or anything to feed his momentum. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's something Duty's thinking about right now, but he may want to go ahead and start planning for that just in case shit happens. Oh, good for Duty. If his brother really is a lawyer, good on him. So that's a thing. So like I said, chat, what are you thinking? Any feedback in particular? Any thoughts on anything whatsoever? What are you guys feeling about it? Let's see, bro. What do you do for a living? I play Call of Duty poorly for a living. Poorly. And I cut bacon off of lol cows' backs. The latter doesn't pay as well as you think. See, that's the thing. I want to tell you that DSP is not going to want to open Pandora's box. It's going to be far too costly to do it. Like, it's not worth it, to be honest. But at the same time, I need you to really see this for what it is. This is DSP's closest opportunity ever at actually getting a shot at his detractors. This is like the closest he's ever going to get, probably, into putting a preemptive strike on there and maybe actually getting a hit. You know what I'm saying? And that's if, and yet again, it depends on how stupid he's willing to go with this. Because it's really, like, first off, he has to get a lawyer who's willing to work pro bono, and then and then what? You're gonna go after a bunch of people who talk any which way they want to about Duty? I mean, about DSP? Like, oh, Duty has an opinion, so we're gonna sit there and try to sue him over an opinion? Really? If that's the case, then who's to say that any of these game companies out here don't go after DSP for some type of slander or defamation? Any of these big streamers that he calls sellouts and he calls them shills and all that, why won't any of them go ahead and even consider taking a hit against them? It's just not a thing. I don't think he'll go after Gundam. I don't think he's forgotten about Tevin. It's just I don't think he looks at it. Okay, Tevin is going to have people rally behind him, like, off the rip, so that doesn't help. Gundam is another one. Gundam's going to have people that are going to immediately come to his charge. On top of that, he's going to have people that are outside of the fucking DSP Detractor community that's going to do that. That don't work either. So neither Tevin nor Gundam's is a worthy. It's not a valid hit. It's not someone. It's not smart to go after those guys. It's just fundamentally a bad idea. I'd like to see how much money he gets from Mama Burnell behind the scenes. Yikes! I mean, that's if we can confirm that she's even still, if she's still with us. Well, that's a thing. Nah, man, I'm not gonna. I'm like, I don't know anybody that's gonna pay for that licensing thing. That shit's fucking weird. That shit's just weird as hell. Let's see here. Yeah, random. I can agree with that. I think I can agree with that. The question is when is reality going to hit him? But I agree with that 100%. So what do you see for termination and lose money from or lose money from trolls? The defamation is not going to hold. To be honest, I don't think it's not going to hold. Granted, I'm not a lawyer, so it is what it is on that. But it's not gonna. I don't think defamation is gonna hold. It's the fucking internet, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be wrong. Like, and this is coming from an asshole who said some vile stuff about DSP. To be honest, it's some of that stuff's just not gonna hold up in court. It's just not a thing. To be honest with you, I think he's just grasping at straws. But yet again, that's why I'm thinking this whole suing thing isn't what it is. I think he's just looking for publicity. He's looking to get a large amount of attention on himself. Nothing else. No, Proper hasn't joined. Give me a second. I'm sorry. Let's see here. I mean, he hooked me up with a link, so trust me, Proper is definitely live in full effect. Let's see here. Is it because it's my title? Gotcha. I'll fix that in the end. And whatever. Proper was a chat for a minute there. But also another thing I'd like to point out too is anybody who, if DSP goes after one person, he kind of has to go after everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just hit Duty. You can't just hit Snort Burnell. You can't just hit Tevin. You're gonna go after Moist Critical. You're gonna go after Mudahar. You're gonna go after Asmongold. You're gonna go after the Kino Casino. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, if we're gonna be rational about this situation, there's a lot of people that he needs to hit. And there's a lot of people he has to go after. He can't just be selective about that. You kind of have to go after everybody. If you're gonna come outside, you got to hit everybody. And I don't think he's willing. I know he's not willing to do that. It sounds really stupid. It sounds stupid, super fucking stupid. No, you're good, Donut. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I assume Moist Critical, Mudahar, Asmongold, I assume they all have lawyers on retainer. I don't doubt that for a fucking second. I don't doubt that for a fucking second. But yeah, that's, like I said, that's my thoughts. That's kind of what I'm taking from the situation. To be honest, at the moment, like I said, I'll probably put a video together real fast. Doesn't come out tomorrow, maybe it'll come out over the weekend or something. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is really about publicity. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing brings more attention from a lol cow than a lol suit. And historically speaking, DSP is not going to know this, but historically speaking, lol suits don't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have the monograph thing with Nick Rekieta, but even then, that was what, 500, $1,000. You know what I'm saying? And that was because Nick theoretically accused monograph of doing some shit that he just wasn't doing. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember. I don't even want to get into it, but it's not a thing. A courtroom watching DSP fucking videos would be hilarious. Like, seeing like fucking like Snort Burnell or fucking Memology 101 videos being played in fucking court. That should be fucking ridiculous. That'd be fucking ridiculous. It'd be funny seeing who they actually come up onto the stand. Are they gonna get Brian? Is it gonna be a character witness or some bullshit? Like, come on, bro. That shit would be hilarious. But yeah, I honestly don't think this is even about suing. Like I said, sorry about the guys. Next time we do, this is all a test stream anyway. Next time I do Nightbot, I'll make sure whatever it's triggering it, I'll square it away. It's been a while since I've gone in there and dealt with it. So, oh, dude, I want clips of him telling people to either walk off bridges or like this world would be better off without them. I want that stuff. That's the stuff I want if it ever did go to court, of course. That's what I'd want to be shown, to be honest. So, but then again, at the same time though, too, this could be just one giant nothing burger. I honestly think DSP's not trying to sue. Now that I really, really think about it, he's not trying to sue. He's just trying to get as much attention on him as possible and almost finagle someone into fighting his battle for him. That's really all this is. And it's nothing more than that, to be honest. Because there's so much icky stuff on him. Like, just the Kino Casino thing protecting Derek. And see, that's another thing as it pertains to trying to get all this publicity on him. What happens when you start digging in deep, right? And you start going back and looking at what happened with that Derek situation, for example. What happened with Panda Lee? What happened with Brian? These are just the people that are around him. What do you do then? Hey, DSP, you're actually aiding and abetting a pedophile. And how do you feel about that? Hey, DSP, you were in an interview with these guys here, side scrollers, and you lied to them for 5 straight hours. What are you going to say about that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, from a character standpoint in the realm of public opinion, it's not very good. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not very good at all. So Oh yeah. That's actually a great one, Excalibur. I know your name. I have your name. I have your IP. I have your address. You fucked up. Be awesome one on Twitter, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do then? What happens if you go back to the escort saga when his fucking website was basically got hacked and all those people were getting doxxed and he was acting like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's not really happening. They're just joking around or whatever, whatever. What do you do about that? He's incredibly irresponsible. And the actions that he's already committed are very much going to be used against him later. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the play, bruh. It's really not. Holy shit. So that's a thing. But yeah, so that's my initial thoughts. That's what I really think what the scenario is. Fucking A, bro. Oh yeah, he doxed that was PW Dubs is who he doxed. I just talked about that recently. Big ups to Proper on that for the correction. Yeah, it's PW Dubs. But I think Diggs put that into the video though. I think he used the It's a Gundam clip to help clarify that. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look at what the PW Dub shit that he did. You know what I mean? So, like, and then let's be honest with ourselves for a minute. What is the actual case that we actually have? Like, what are we actually suing his detractors for exactly? A bunch of people who have opinions of him? A bunch of people who clip and or edit, you know what I'm saying, silly ass shit that he says and then post it online? You said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is it defamatory or slander when you said it? Now, he could go after like content creators, but then again, what are you going to go after, you know, any of us for? Especially when most of us, if not all of us, use clips of you to back up what we're saying. Like, what do you do then? Thanks for the $3, Mumu. Big ups. You're the second person who's you're my second super chatter ever. So big ups to that. So what are you gonna do? Like, you know, what's he gonna say? Right? And then how is it that his business being hurt when look at what he makes with these stream goals, right? Look at all the DSP tries he has. Look at all the marathons and shit. How is it that you're making, what is it, $1,500 for every, you know, every goal that's hit for DSP tries it? So what's that? 7,500, give or take. So that's 7,500 for every, you know what, for the $100 marathon or something along those lines. Suffer. Like, you know what I'm saying? How has your business really been adversely hurt, or at least financially, if you're pulling in all this money? Like, how does that work? So now you're starting to get into much larger problems. Now, granted, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not here to justify I'm not here to justify anything. Certainly. Actually, sorry. It's $15,000 for every 100 goal marathon. 15 grand. So how are you hurting, Phil? Like, how are you going to go into court and say, yeah, I convinced these people to give me $1,500 and I buy fast food. After 10 of those, which equals $15,000, I do a fun marathon for my streams. Okay, well, how are you being hurt financially then? Like, what are you going to say? Oh, I should be able to have endorsements and sponsorships like other people, but you call those people shills and sellouts. So what? So you can't do that. So how else are you being hurt? Oh, well, I can't do collaborations with other people because these people fuck my reputation up. Who in particular? Oh, this person, this person, this person? Oh, let's pull up the clips. Oh, this person's an asshole. This person's a piece of shit. This person was born with a silver spoon in their mouth. You wanted to collab with these people and you're talking about them like this? So what are you going to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is just me off the cuff, just throwing out random shit. With enough time, just imagine what someone else could do. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? If that's just what I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many different avenues do you need me to go at? You know what I mean? Or anybody else? I mean, just imagine if this was Tevin talking to you right now. He could literally run you through the gauntlet of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then he's like, oh, well, detractors, trolls, haters, and critics need me to pay their bills, right? Like, there are people allegedly making a living off of this. Can you prove that? No, you can't. You can only point to one guy. You can only point to one guy, and that's it. So where's these army of people that you're feeding, right? That are so desperate that if you're not around, they can't live. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, why aren't you going through YouTube? You know what I'm saying? And then it gets into even bigger of a problem when it comes to YouTube, because then you can go back to the false flagging shit. The situation with Secret Limited, with Snort Burnell, with and whoever else that was in that fucking in that exchange and shit. Now you can go to that. And then that leads to what happened with Tevin, Bill Purnell, and Tex. And then it gets into, and then you go back to the super crazy shit where he was sitting there flagging all of this bullshit and then saying, oh, well, I wanted to teach him a lesson, so I retracted it. That's that's literally false flagging. You're using the TOS in a way that's not meant to be used. In bad faith is probably the best term for it. How do you explain that? You see what I'm saying? So now you get into all these fucking problems. Now, see, here's the thing. As it pertains to the SH situation or Superhound, like, you have to be able to prove the connection between the two of them, right? So unless unless one of the parties comes out with the emails or the DMs saying, yeah, this is what he had me do, I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're kind of running on an assumption. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's easier said than done. At the moment, we're just, I'm sorry. I threw out the theory that I don't think DSP is actually trying to sue and win. He's doing this for publicity. He's trying to give himself a second wind by getting as much attention on this LOL suit, or this attempted LOL suit, if you will, as he can. I think that's what he's actually going for. I don't think he's actually trying to sue anybody, because he's going to lose. He's not going to win. So, and that's the reason why he's going to these LawTubers. If he can get one of them to do a pro bono, now he has an ally who has skin in the game, if you will. Because now, oh, well, I'm going to take DSP's case. Or even if they're like, oh, well, I'm going to look over DSP's claims and see what's what. You know LawTube, or for those of you who know LawTube, they're going to do a bunch of videos on it, or they're going to do a couple streams on it to build up, you know, anticipation or whatever. And then that right there's publicity. If it gets enough attention, then a Mutahar, a Moist Critical, one of these guys get it. We'll pick it up. And then they'll talk about it. And then DSP can already have people build the narrative for him. And then hopefully he's thinking it's going to funnel back to him. I think that's what the plan is. It's not about actually trying to take anybody to court and win. It's about trying to change the public perspective. Yeah, exactly. Like, DSP is literally looking for someone else to fight the biggest proper. He's looking for someone else to fight his battles for him. But that's what DSP has always done. This is no different. This is literally no different. And I want to tell you that most of these LawTubers, they understand lol cows, right? So they understand that, like, you know, it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus Christ, Nick Rekieta built his, well, he damn near built the channel off of going after law, or going over lol suits. You know what I'm saying? With the Maddox and Dick Masterson shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how he kind of made his name, if you will. And then it leads into everything else. So this right here is no different. But the thing is DSP is active. He's incredibly active. And he has a detractor base that's equally as active. And that's why I think Duty is the perfect target. Because if one of these big YouTubers reach out to Duty gonna talk. He's not, if Moist Critical, we're making some big assumptions here. If Moist Critical was like, hey man, would you come on my podcast? Let's talk about this. Duty's gonna go. If Mutahar, Mutahar doesn't really have his podcast right now because he's associated with that one guy who's pushing that pedo shit. Anyway, but if Mutahar wanted to talk to him, you know what I'm saying? Duty's gonna go over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure most people would, right? So in Duty, DSP has almost the perfect opposition. Yeah, the nut situation. Oh, hell yeah, that nut situation. That shit is so fucking dirty. And the fact that Mutahar still got that guy's back is insane to me. But anyway, but big ups on that. But Duty's kind of the perfect opposition. You have someone who's deeply entrenched in this shit, right? Who will literally defend himself on a moment's notice, right? And anything that can help build his brand or to help expand his reach, he gonna do it. So in a lot of way, Duty is kind of like a perfect foil for DSP, if you think about it. which is kind of wild. Actually, yeah, that's actually a great point about Mike Klum, and even Lol Live. Lol Live could jump on this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you look at the amount of attention that could be brought to this, it could be crazy. What's up, Dwight? So there's that, man. There's fucking that. But like I said, I don't know. I'm shooting in the dark here. I'm just making an assumption. But that's what I'm thinking. That's literally what I'm thinking. But like I said, can he make it work? That's the problem. And as long as Duty don't take any like unnecessary bait, you know what I'm saying? He should be okay, I guess. I mean, you know, I don't know. I don't watch him. But he should be all right. As long as he don't take the bait on anything. Yeah, that's another, and excuse me, yet again, he needs a lawyer that's going to work essentially for free. That's the problem. Like, how is DSP going to find a lawyer that's going to go through this bullshit for free? That's the real issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, these guys on LawTube, they'll sit there and wasn't yeah. Nux was the one that was fucking putting up that not safe for work slash whatever you want to call it. He was the one that was doing all that bullshit. He was doing that shit for years, and he was bringing people like Mutahar on his stream to watch these, to see clips, I should say, these fucked up hentais or whatever the fuck. And you know what I'm saying? Like, Mutahar didn't say nothing about it then. Like, sorry, I'm derailing here a little bit, but like, you recognize that shit is like, it's fucked up, it's whatever, and you couldn't tell Nux, yeah, man, I'm not into that. I'm not good with that. Nah, you just let it go, and you guys laughed about it and all this bullshit, and then when shit pop up later, you basically trying to throw him under the bus, like, oh, well, you know, he showed it to me and I just kind of went along with it. Yeah, like, that's not the play. And someone like Mutahar, who's made his career going over or criticizing people who have done that dumb shit in a variety of ways, he himself should have known that. So what made Nux so special that you know what I'm saying, he could slide, but you wouldn't let other people? You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story for another day. So that's my thoughts on that. Yeah, DSP's not going against the farms. DSP's not going against the farms. That's not a thing. Never in life. Never in life. So that's definitely not a thing. What's up, Chio? But yeah, that's not a thing. So it is what it is. Oh, and actually, that's actually David, that's actually a really good point. If Duty really is a pay pig for DSP, right? He can literally show payments, right? He could show like a track record of him sending donations or whatever the fuck he was doing, and be like, hey, he can't say that I'm not giving back because here this shit is right here. Yet again, sorry about the Nightbot shit. Like I said, I'll have it squared away next time. So, you know what I'm saying? So Duty has that to his defense, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? If that's really a thing. So, fucking A. But yeah, it's just silly. I think this is just really about publicity. That's all it is. It's just about publicity. It's a slow burn. And that's why on the leading up to the 15th, he needed people to believe that detractors, trolls, haters, and critics would go after each other. He needed that. Because if he can sway the public opinion and think there is no loyalty over there, they're all just out for themselves and they'll screw each other over for whatever little bit, then yet again that works to the narrative. You know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, knowing DSP, there's going to be certain people he can point at and be like, hey, this guy has had interactions with detractors, this guy's had interaction with detractors, this guy's had interaction with detractors. What do they think? You know what I'm saying? And so now, you know, what does let's say Mutahar think about some of the DSP detractors that he's been involved with or he's talked to? I'm sure he doesn't have too much bad to say, but he probably doesn't have the greatest stuff to say either. I'm sure that Stuttering Craig may or may not have some interesting shit to say about. Obviously, Review Tech's gonna try to insert his ass into that. So, and then even keep in mind, Review Tech isn't really credible given what he's done. So that's a whole nother thing in itself. So I don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's see here. Dude, he got ran out of the Wings A wall or A law community. Yeah, that's a story. Now I don't know if it was 007 who did it. But I mean something caused him to move, so it is what it is. Yeah, Review Tech's still around. He's on his streaming channel, well, which is, you know, and then he has that ASMR channel or whatever. But I haven't really been paying attention to him since who was that? Sly and Homegirl and Sav basically ran his ass off of Twitter. So I really haven't heard much about that since. Duty, 007 is cool with Duty. Him, Duty, Sly, 007, they're all in that like same type of group or whatever. Actually, I think Sly was talking about that the other night, about how they've criticized him about some of the stuff Duty has done, like getting involved with these dents and some of the other stuff. And he says they've been critical of his actions, but yet again, he's going to move the way he want to move. So the tattoo was the dumbest thing fucking Review Tech ever did. And I don't know if he thought that was supposed to break the internet or detractors were going to care or what, but it was dumb. It was really fucking dumb that you're going to brand another man's face on you before your kids. Like that in itself sounds crazy. And truth be told, it's the people around him that that you kind of have to put the blame on. Like Lauren, for example. Like, how do you feel that this man that you've been chasing for all these years, who you gave birth to 3 of his kids, has another man's face on him? And according to Review Tech, you're still fucking him. So how does that feel? That's fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? It's beyond weird. So it is what it is. Yeah, blood for the blood gods too. That's hilarious. But and that's another thing too. Let me bring that up. Anybody who even considers of signing this licensing deal or whatever the hell it is DSP's trying to push, he's gonna dox you. He's literally gonna dox you. Because think about what DSP said. He said that you're gonna have to tell me all of your information, your channels, and all this bullshit. Then DSP said, "Oh, well, I'm gonna open up a website, and then you'll register there." Well, DSP is not gonna run that site. Someone else is gonna run it for him. Well, whoever it is that runs that site is gonna be able to see your information. So we're talking 2 people, 3 people who are gonna be able to have your shit, and you know all of that stuff is gonna go immediately to a Discord. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. PW dubs all over again. So that's not gonna go anywhere, bro. That's not gonna go anywhere. But I do find it rather useful though that people were going out there and be like, well, hey, what do I need for this? What are you requiring? This, that, and the third. Because at least it gives you a heads up of what this idiot is actually fishing for. So it is what it is. Oh yeah, imagine if it gets hacked. Oh yeah, you mean like fucking King of Hate forums? Shit. We all saw how that went. Imagine trusting DSP with anything. You know what I'm saying? Like as a pay pig, or as a whale or whatever, the fact that DSP knows who you are. It's not even that I think, I know. The fact that DSP knows who his pay pigs are, like real names and all that bullshit, that's the wildest shit. And if you think about it, this is like an old narrative, so this isn't groundbreaking. You're willing to basically deal with one piece of shit to get over on a bunch of other pieces of shit that you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, most people donate to DSP because they hate detractors. So is it really worth it to throw away whatever you're making weekly, monthly, whatever the case may be, just because someone else has a criticism of the fucking asshole that you spend your time with? That doesn't even make any logical nor registered sense. That's fucking silly as hell. And then you're not hurting anybody. You're just hurting yourself. You know what I mean? You know, you're just stifling yourself. So I couldn't even tell you. Why do people think Duty fucking donates to DSP? Allegedly, he confirmed it. On more than one occasion, last time I checked. And then given And yeah, it's like, and then on top of the fact that fucking dude, he fucking donated and was a fucking member of Rich's fucking little fucking playpen bullshit over there for the longest time. Like, holy shit. So yeah, and I understand that, and I understand that logic. Oh, well, dude, he's just paying for the content. Plenty of people before you didn't have to do that. I mean, but yet again, it's his money, he can do what he want, but he just handles what comes with that. And that's the whole thing with anything, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't think I haven't gotten shitted on for the stuff that I've said and done? You take it on the chin, you move, you know, whatever you can pull from it, you take it, and everything else, you just move. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to dwell on that shit. It is what it is. And that's the thing with anything. Like, and people are going to have criticisms of you for whatever reason. And you just take it and you move with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you can use that can actually benefit you, great. And everything else, just discard it. You know what I'm saying? If he really doesn't have any skin in the game, he shouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be any more than what it is. So, but like I said, that's what my thoughts are on this. What will we call people who fucking donate to film? Yes, all of them. And you do it indiscriminately. You know what I'm saying? If you give money to a lolcow, you're a fucking debt. It is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't feed the lolcows. You know what I'm saying? You point, you laugh, and then when it's time, you cut them up. End of story. But you don't sit there and fucking you don't give them money. You don't do that shit. That's not a good idea. And where does it get you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you've been around long enough, you know that you could pull a lot of that shit for free. You know what I mean? And here's another thing too. And I want you to really think about this. When you feel the need to have to push the content, right? Or you have to, what's another term? What's another way I can describe it? When you feel the need to insert yourself into a situation to push the content along or to create content, then it's not content. It's just completely and utterly manufactured. And then it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't hold any real sway. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, some of the best content that happened was literally just trolling. It was just verbal shit. It was just saying stuff in particular that would set DSP off. It's so much easier that way. The extra stuff or whatever, maybe to a certain audience that's funny, or maybe it pans out because you guys are in on it. So maybe that's the dynamic. But in the wider scale, what does it really mean? You know what I'm saying? Or what does it really do? So, something to think about. Yeah, it's kind of like the Keem situation where you're just manufacturing shit. And look at how LolCow Live is. LolCow Live's a fucking mess, bruh. LolCow Live is stupid as shit. You know what I mean? And it's dumb because Keem never had any real vision. And he didn't have structure in the beginning. Like, when you look at the format of their videos now, or the streams, I should say, it's completely and utterly manufactured. You know what I mean? And now that Boogie is basically a partner, not to say that he wasn't already, it just adds to it. You know what I mean? And the novelty, if you will, of these silly ass crazy antics don't hold anything anymore when you find out that most of it was already pre-thought out. That's not fun. So, well, okay, so the thing about LolCow Live making money. So here's the problem. So I've been keeping up a little bit with Becky Boop as of late, and she says that stuff looks shady over there. Like, the numbers didn't look right for certain shit. And she thinks some of the analytics might be off, which isn't too much of a surprise, to be honest with you. And then she also said that there are behind the scenes donators who she doesn't recognize. Now, I don't expect her to know all of them, but I do expect her to know at least the majority of them. So she said that some of the names don't make sense, or some of these people don't even come across as real people. It's very possible, I'm not accusing Keem of this yet, but it's very possible that Keem is actually artificially inflating the views and or the money that comes into LolCow Live. Let me give you an example. So if you guys are following Comicsgate, if you're not, don't worry about it. I'll catch you up. Ethan Van Skyler is, if you guys follow comic books, he's an influential person in comic books, and he is a godlike illustrator. Well, he runs campaigns on Indiegogo and whatever, right? And as of late, Comicsgate, which is kind of like his thing, they haven't had a book that broke $100,000 within this calendar year. The theory is, and it's been like this for a while, that Ethan has been behind the scenes backing his own campaigns to make it look like the money, more money's coming in than really is. Now, I want you to think about this for a second, because we have the same type of conundrum, if you will, going on over here. We say, oh, well, DSP's either faking tips or he's tipping himself by making the numbers look bigger than what they are. Well, Ethan, just like DSP, has haters. He has trolls. He has people who look at the amount of money he's making, when is he putting his books out, and all this other bullshit, and they clown him for it. Well, if you're someone who's egotistical as shit, what would you do to make yourself look successful? How far would you go? So when people say, oh, well, I don't think DSP's tipping himself, or I don't think he's faking this or faking that, I understand your narrative, or I understand your way of thinking. What I'm trying to impress upon you is, if DSP was willing to go as far as he did to protect a pedophile, so it looks like he's not losing, how far would DSP go to make it look like he's making his $100,000, his $100 a stream, or whatever the case may be? Like, how far would he go to do that? That's the real question. So that's another thing in itself. Yeah, CG is like I said, I've been following it for, I'd say, like half a year, maybe a little more, a little less. Certainly since the Mikey No More video came out, and it's fucking weird over there, dude. Like, you have all these talented people, and Ethan's basically fucking all of them over, and everybody's just kind of going along with the program and waiting to get basically cut down themselves. Like the guy who made Pit, Dale is his first name. That guy's been around for like 30 years in the business and shit, right? He's made himself a ridiculous amount of money. He's made himself a ridiculous, silly amount of money. So how is it that you need to go to anybody in Comicsgate to make a book when, first off, you can already draw yourself and you can write on your own? You don't need anybody else to help you with an omnibus. You can do it on your own. And then it came out that Ethan told another Comicsgate member years ago that, oh, we need to make sure that Dale stays broke so we can keep him working. We need to keep him poor so he stays working. Thank you, Sunspot. Yeah. Like, that's fucking insane. That's literally like slavery. And now you have this bullshit with fucking, what's her name? Mandy. That's her name. Her name's Mandy. You got this chick named Mandy who's trying to do the omnibus, or who's going to apparently do the omnibus now for Pitt. And she's an e-thought. Like, how the fuck did she even get into CG? She's just some random ass e-thought. Like, that shit don't make no damn sense. So it's silly, dude. It's stupid as fuck. It's dumb as hell. Comicsgate is fascinating. It's super fucking fascinating. I've been doing that shit on my fucking off time. Yeah, Mandy Summers. Yeah, Mandy Summers. Holy shit. Like, go online. You can find all kinds of crazy shit on her. And funny enough, for a while, I thought Mandy Summers was the same Mandy that Nick Recato was talking about. It's not. It's a different one. But same thought-ass style anyway. Same depth and style. So what's the point? But yeah, Comicsgate is so fucked up. So fucked up. There's so much gay ops that were going on there. People fucking each other over on campaigns. People doing all kinds of slimy shit. Fucking Mandy, she was running a blackmail campaign. Well, kind of, sort of. She was running a campaign where she was doing nudes and videos and stuff like that with other people in CG to have them work on her books. There was another chick. She's no longer there. Supposedly, it was... Oh, man, am I about to open this? I'm going to do it. Fuck it. That umbrella guy, right? You guys, some of you guys may know him, some of you guys may not. His ex-wife, right? She had done some dirt while she was over there at Comicsgate. She was allegedly leading people on, men. She was leading men on and having them do different types of stuff or whatever so she could blackmail them later. Yeah, Tug. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? And whatnot. Like, that shit is so dirty. That shit is so fucking dirty. Let's see. RPG TV. Big ups, man. Thank you for the super chat. That would make you super chatter number 4 tonight, I think. Big ups. But actually, yeah, I may need to talk to you in the future. You know what I'm saying? If you're willing to talk. I may need to reach out to you for sure. But Comicsgate is so fucking interesting though. There's so, yeah, it was honeypotting. Thank you. It was honeypotting. She was honeypotting the fuck out of stuff. And then here's the thing about Tug. Like, everybody made it seem like Tug was like this real nice guy and shit like that. Dude, that dude has been on some bullshit. He's like, you're talking about these guys are doing like flagging campaigns and all this other bullshit. He knew about all kinds of weird gay ops that was going on. Supposedly Yellow Flash was in on that bullshit. What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, and the thing is I was introduced to Tug and Yellow Flash during Comicsgate, or not Comicsgate, during the, oh, memory don't fail me now. The Vic Mignogna situation, right? The lawsuit over that, or the Weeb Wars, if you will. So that's where, yes, nudes. Yes, I've seen a few of them, and I've seen video of her inserting 4 fingers into 2 orifices at the same time. And she said to another person, and it's really out there. She tried to call that shit revenge porn, and it wasn't. And one of the dudes that she sent pictures to, she tried to blame that on somebody else, and it wasn't. She knew who put those pictures out there. Like DNV Investigations did a lot of heavy lifting on that bullshit. Holy shit, bro. So much nonsense. So much nonsense and fuckery, bro. Holy shit. It's a gold mine over there. And then Ethan, holy shit. Yo, Ethan is DSP just with far more talent. Like, far more talent. Holy shit. Ethan is a fucking sociopath. That dude is fucking ridiculous. And he's straight up on his supervillain mastermind bullshit. He maneuvers everybody around him for his own whims, and they don't even, I think they either don't care, or Ethan has so much dirt on them that they have no choice. Because Ethan is still kind of in the industry, right? Like he has affiliations with James Gunn and other people like that. So like he can really kind of hurt people, if you will. So, and then like I haven't even got to the Eric July bullshit yet. There's so much just nonsense going on. So much fucking ridiculous nonsense. Like, it's so fucking dirty. Dude, I found old clips of people back in when Ethan worked with Marvel and DC, and they said they thought he had problems back then. So that right there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that right there kind of really opens shit up. You know what I'm saying? And my thought is, so I won't stay on this too long because I don't mean to bore none of y'all. But like, my thought is when Ethan came into Comicsgate, he was doing it to build his profile to show Marvel and DC that, hey, this is what I'm doing without you. Just imagine if you let me have a little bit more control, what I could do with you. And then having all those people around him, like John Malin and some of these other dudes, right, who are, you know, loyal to him, they could kind of do comics the way they wanted. I don't think it was ever about the political or culture war shit, this, that, and third. Don't get me wrong. Shit. The way the writing was going on in Marvel and DC was bullshit. At least some of it was. I get that. But I think what Ethan was looking for was way more control. Because if you really look at Comicsgate, it's not about putting out books. It's about these guys lining their own pockets to make the books so they can get you to rebuy it again. It's just like what DSP does with DSP Tries It. Theoretically, you're paying him money daily to hit this goal, and then you're paying him even more money once the goal is hit, and then it's just on to the next shit. And if the thing is with Eric July, is whatever you think of the books is whatever you think of his books. If you think they're trash, if you think they're mid, whatever, that's fine. You have your opinion on that. The thing is he's putting it out on time. He has proper business practices. That's what's beating Comicsgate. Because you got all these guys over here who have raised hundreds of thousands of dollars on all these different projects, and they're not delivering, or the books are subpar. And then you have talking mouthpieces out there, like your boy Zach, who doesn't even call his channel that anymore, who has been beating the drum for Comicsgate for years, but he's not actually part of Comicsgate. And then it gets even crazier, because then he got into a lawsuit, or he sued somebody, Mark Waid, who's a comic book writer and someone who's really influential over there in the industry. He got into a situation with him for toward interference. The company in particular It's not Iconic Comics. It's the company that's above them. That's Timothy Lynn and some of those other guys. And so supposedly there's a crossover between Common American and the Rippaverse coming up. But semantics. Your boy Zach got into a situation where he got toward interference on him because of Mark Waid. They battled that shit out in court for years. People in Comicsgate were donating money to that. And then all of a sudden the lawsuit gets dropped and both of these guys are under an NDA. Here's my thing. I can't find, and that's probably because I'm just not looking in the right place. So keep that in mind. I can't find why Mark Waid did the toward interference in the first place. It has to be more than just some political bullshit. If he was willing to go to court on it, he was willing to stand on business. So now I need to have an understanding of what's going on there. But because Mark Waid and your boy Zach are speaking on it, basically Comicsgate has to take that out. Now, most people would tell you, oh, well, your boy Zach, it worked out for him anyway because he was able to go on, fund his other books. He made way more money than if he had joined that comic print in the first place. Fair enough. But you guys spent all those years in court and all that money and you guys don't have nothing to say about it? So now that adds to the bullshit. You know what I mean? So there's so much nonsense there, man. Yeah, Antarctic Press. Thank you. That was Antarctic Press. There's like so much nonsense out there on this shit. And actually, Aura, I actually want some of your boy Zach earlier stuff, right? Because now it's just really ranty, and he kind of just has a hate boner for Eric July, just like a bunch of people, and not even for a good reason. Like, it's really weird. Like, it's not even for a good reason. But then it gets even more fucked up because some of the same people hating on Eric July allegedly behind the scenes try to reach out to him to get help business wise for their own books and who to go to for certain shit or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really two-faced over there, allegedly. It's really two-faced on like how some of the practices go on. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, ridiculous. Like, I could do like a fucking 8-hour stream on that shit and not even scratch the surface. And there's so much shit that you need to go through. Like, there's so many YouTube channels you need to hit. And then, you know, if you're talking about Ethan's side of it, you got to talk about War Campaign and the bullshit they did, or the bullshit that they were accused of doing because they didn't do everything that supposedly they've been locked in on. And then you have to get into Phantom Menace, which is really, well, Star Wars girl in particular. You got to get into her situation, and then she did a bunch of grimy, ridiculous shit. That's kind of silly and whatnot. And then, and I'm sorry about her losing her sister. That was really, really sad. But then that story, I don't even really want to get into that, but that story don't look good. Like, initially when I heard it, I was like, damn, War Campaign's kind of fucked up. Well, they were kind of, you know, the whole snorting the ashes of her sister and all that bullshit. But then, like, the speculation on how she actually died, and that's a whole nother thing in itself. But it's ugly, bro. It's ugly over there. It's fucking ugly over there. It's so ugly, man. RPG TV, thank you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Zach, well, here's the thing about your boy Zach, though. That dude is basically a professional attack dog. That's all I'm looking at when it comes to that dude. He's nothing more than a professional attack dog. That's all he's there for. You know what I'm saying? The guy he was close to 100,000 subs, I think. He's probably in the like 90,000s at this point. That's all he does. I think he attacks Eric July on behalf of Ethan, and that's it. Because him and Ethan have been friends for so goddamn long. So, I mean, how serious can I even take Zach on this? And then some of the criticisms that he has against Eric July are the same criticisms that I could pose against him, that other people already have. So how do you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you explain that shit away? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? That's like me saying, here, I can give you guys a good example. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've misspoke or I've got information wrong and shit as it pertains to this DSP shit. I've done a bunch of that. You know what I'm saying? No one's gonna tell you otherwise. I've done a bunch of that shit. But then what's it sound like me coming out my face and being like, oh, yeah, that cat right there? Yeah, he gets everything wrong about DSP. Fuck that guy. Don't watch his content. I'm not gonna do that. People make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But so who the fuck am I to sit there and say that bullshit? That's fucking crazy, son. That's fucking crazy. Oh shit, big up Sunspot. What the man? Big ups, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. That will go to my my SnortBucks goal, I guess. and whatnot. Let's get some subs. What? Yo, big up Sunspot though. For real. Thank you very much. Like, what do you do? Like how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? And yet again, as it pertains to doing any type of content or whatever, yeah, like I'm just as vulnerable as it pertains to content creation as anybody else. I've made my mistakes. I've made a shitload of them. I've made a shitload of mistakes, certainly, and whatnot. You can bounce back. You can get better. But it's how do I run through your front door and give you the business when theoretically my front door should be just as open when that shit comes along? You know what I'm saying? And that's the, as it pertains to this DSP shit, let me double back for a minute. Anybody can do this. Like, I'm not special. Nobody is, in particular. No one's special. If you have something to say, you should say it. Whatever comes out of that is whatever comes out of that. It's nothing any more special than that. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, and I'll be the first one to tell you, I could easily fucking slip and fall and become a lol cow just like anybody else. Like, I'm not immune towards that, or to that, I should say. I'm just as capable of getting fucked up as anybody else. You know what I'm saying? What are we gonna do? A DSP try or a GTG tries it? When we hit that, let's be ambitious. When we hit the 3,000 stream goal, yeah, something like that, we could do that and whatnot. Yeah, I'll go out and get like $15 worth of food, and my critique of that food will be worthwhile, I guess. That's fucking ridiculous, man. Big ups to 2 Cats 1 Roach. Thank you very much. Appreciate the super chat. It's fucking silly. It's like that, man. And that's the thing. Like, you know how they tell you, like, don't meet your heroes, right? It kind of falls into that. Like, at the end of the day, I'm no different than any of you. I'm just a fucking asshole with an opinion. I don't put myself out there to be better than anybody. I'm just giving you my critique. If you don't like it, you don't like it. No worries. I've never lost no sleep over this. I'm still not going to. It's just an opinion. You know what I'm saying? If you really don't, you know what I'm saying? If you don't fuck with it, you don't fuck with it. I can live with that. You know what I'm saying? But I will say that if you have something to say, you should say it. You should say it. And just be ready to take everything that comes with that. And that's the most important thing. Take whatever comes with that. And what I see in Ethan, what I see in fucking Keemstar, what I see in DSP, what I see in Wings, what I see in all these people, are people who have forgotten that lesson. They've forgotten what it's like to, it's easy to go ahead and just spray everybody. But what happens when them bullets come back? And inevitably there will. You don't think Agent Proper hasn't pulled me into a conversation and been like, hey man, we need to talk about this. You don't think Declan Reed hasn't pulled me into a conversation and been like, hey man, we should probably speak on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they didn't care, they wouldn't say anything. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't mind criticism, because at the end of the day, I'm not perfect, nor am I trying to be. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I say something, I said it because I meant it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you. And I'll take whatever comes back at me. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But Comicsgate is silly, bruh. I've had, like, the fuckery that's gone on in Comicsgate is ridiculous. And then what's even crazier is that if you really go deep, some of the same people in Comicsgate go all the way back to Gamersgate. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit's fucking wild. Oh, I just found out too that Tonka Saw, he sold his channel and whatnot to like another wrestling group or whatever. And so they're doing well with it. So big ups on that. I wonder how much he sold it for. But yeah, man, like, dude, that's fucking silly. That's fucking silly, bruh. Fucking silly. So yeah, like, there's I don't know how many super berries he got for it, but he sold a lot. He must have got a good amount out of it for whatever it was. So fucking wild ass shit, bro. Wild ass shit. Fucking A. What else am I doing, I guess, since we're talking about Comicsgate and shit. I've been looking into the FGC, because why not? I've been paying attention to Girl World. Let's talk about that for a minute, for those of you who are into that. So, as you guys know, some of you might know, Foodie Beauty's in the middle of Syria, and shit ain't sweet, bruh. Like, I don't wish this upon her, but the way shit's getting now, she's not even talking about leaving. So she's not even getting out. Holy fuck, she's not getting out. And then I heard, I didn't see the stream, but Yo Mama was sitting there saying, "Oh, these people in Girl World got everything fucked up. If they understood how the regime is actually working, and if they understood what's really going on over there, shut your ass up." First thing first, Chantel or Foodie Beauty doesn't even understand what's going on over there, and you can't say, "Oh, well, Salah does because he's born there." He didn't live there. He lived in fucking Kuwait. He only went to Syria because his parents needed him to go over there and chill the fuck out for a bit while they fix what's going on in Kuwait. This is my assumption. Then next thing you know, shit got crazy, and now he can't get out, and now he definitely can't get out because she's there, and last thing he needs is a dead Canadian on his neck. So he's really screwed. And why? Because she couldn't wait for a month or whatever it was that he asked her to chill out for? That shit's fucking crazy. That shit, yo, yeah, we can talk about the Wings and Woody thing. Sure, we can do that. So there's that. So I don't know what she's gonna do. She's gonna have to just deal. She's just gonna have to wait it out. And then I mean, the fight between FFG and Yaba is, you know what I'm saying? You got all this content with Foodie right now. Why bother? You know what I'm saying? Like, why does this even need to happen? You know what I'm saying? And even though Charlie Gold is kind of in that too, she's still out here making content on, what's it called? She's keeping her eyes on the prize. I don't know, man. I just feel like this thing with Foodie and Yaba is just dumb. Like, just put out the content. And that's what FFG is doing. And yeah, Yaba's still doing it too, but they're taking all these needless shots at each other, and it's just, I don't know. It's whatever. Oh, okay. So Foodie Beauty she's in the middle of Syria, bruh. And like shit's getting bombed out and all kinds of other crazy ass shit, and she can't get out. And then even if she did get out, and I want you guys to really think about this, she got smuggled into Syria. So what the hell is she gonna do when she go back to Canada? Like, what is she gonna tell them? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they're not gonna know, because she's been reported a shitload of times already. You know what I'm saying? So fucking A, bruh. Like, what is she gonna do about that bullshit? All to prove what? You know what I'm saying? And that's the sad thing about Foodie, but a lot of what Foodie does, I can equate to, or I can give you the equivalent of to somebody else. She's willing to fuck her whole life up to prove to a bunch of people online who don't like her that she's more than what she is. Why? Like, what's the point of this bullshit? Yeah, and that's right. She had to give up her fucking her passport recently. So someone stamped something. You know what I mean? So that didn't work out. So I don't know. It's fucking stupid, dude. It's fucking crazy. So there's that. And I don't know what's going on with Amber. She's beefing with Tommy probably and whatever else. I need to catch up on Karina Kaboom and see what's popping with that. Woody and Wings. I mean, what more can you really say about that? Oh yeah, fuck Pete's. And last time I saw, he was chilling at his mom's house, so I don't know what that is. I'm hoping he didn't abandon where he was living to try to move back in with Foodie. I'm hoping that's not a thing. But the last time I saw him, he was at his mother's home. Or whatever. Supposedly pet sitting. As it pertains to Woody and Wings. Wings is a massive fucking piece of shit, and he's never going to change. To be honest, I mean, it's really no more point and shoot than that. He is a massive piece of fucking human garbage, and he's willing to burn whatever goodwill that he has with anybody to get over. And it's dumb. It's dumb as shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that Woody even reached out to you, wanted to build your guys' relationship back up, or maybe because you guys are both lonely, whatever the case may be. You shouldn't take advantage of people in those type of situations. And all this for some money. Like, you know what I'm saying? All this for some fucking money that you're going to end up spending on Zaxby's anyway. Like, who gives a shit? Like, really, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? But that's all Wings has, though. He's a food addict. You know, he ain't got shit else. You know what I mean? And he might as well just go ahead and crawl back to fucking LolCow, which is what I said in, it might have been in a video that's gone out today, maybe. He should just go ahead and crawl back to LolCow Live. But now LolCow has that one guy, some 40-year-old virgin, whatever that bullshit is. They got him up there, and he's willing to do whatever Keem wants. So he'll be a good fit for a little while, but I don't think he's going to work in the long term. Anything new at Low Tier God or Quarter Pounder? Quarter Pounder, no, except for, well, last time I checked, he was panicking about his YouTube channel and all his employees and the coffee business isn't doing well. Womp womp. Low Tier God has gotten back into doing reaction content, and he went over the one of Aiden's boys went on the Breakfast Club and basically got packed out. To make a long story short, and that's basically what LTG is doing. He's just doing reaction content. To be honest, I can't say that it's great. To be honest with you, it's just whatever. He has some interesting takes. That's essentially what that is. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh yeah, and Wings went on a banning spree as of recent too. So like anybody he was still cool with, or at least some of them, they got packed out. So that's unfortunate. I'm hoping to run into him on Cold War, Call of Duty Cold War one night, and we'll see what's up. But he plays at like 6 o'clock in the morning or some bullshit. I'm at work, bro, so I don't have time for that. And I think when Wings is usually available, he's out door dashing or some bullshit or whatever his new gig is. So there you go on that. The missile did scare her. Did scare Foodie. She's just trying to play it off like it didn't. She should be scared. She should be fucking deathly scared. Because she could really die out there. You know what I'm saying? She could really die out there. LTG on Kick. I don't know if he's dual streaming. I know he's primarily on Twitch when he's not catching a ban for some shit. I don't want to get into exactly what happened with the Kevin Durant shit, but he didn't go to the team. He didn't go to the team that I needed him to go to, basically. So that's all I got to say about that. He didn't go to the team I wanted him to go to, and it didn't pan out for me. So it is. So you know what I'm saying? Every once in a while, those I'll name the segment later. We'll have some fucking gameplay behind it. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, and it's all right because I've already front faced and told y'all, hey man, I'm not great at Call of Duty, but I have a good time with it. So you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you can learn from my mistakes, it was all worth it. I will say KD though, I got to tell you, I'm kind of scared of whatever team he goes to because, you know, they call him the Slim Reaper for a reason, and I swear every team he go to just gets packed up. It blows. It really do because I feel like he's kind of hurt his legacy. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Fucking A. Fucking A. Let's see. What else am I working on, by the way? Sorry about that, man. I got some Review Tech USA stuff down the pipeline. Obviously, some lolcow stuff down the pipeline. I am, believe it or not, I'm kind of looking at some of the drama that's going on around the Kiwi Farm YouTuber sphere, if you will. There's some real interesting stuff going on in that space. And to give you guys some context, so you have YouTubers who basically report on what they see on Kiwi Farms, right? And then they kind of build off that. Well, they had a thread made on them not too long ago on the farms. And some people spotlighted some pretty interesting stuff. And that stuff right there has now snowballed into some other bullshit. Like weird, ridiculous shit. So I want to sit there and kind of see what that is and what comes out of that. Yeah, there is an actual Kiwi Farm YouTuber space. Actually, you know what? Here, give me a second. Give me just a moment. I'll see if I can actually pull up the link for you to the thread. And I was surprised what was in there, to be honest with you, and who was in there, who was being talked about, I should say. I was really surprised who was brought up in that. So, let's see here. Let me see if I can find that for you. I'll drop the link down in the chat for you. Let's see here. Under Internet Famous, maybe? Here we go. Here we go. It's called KiwiTubers, or KiwiTubers lolcow YouTubers slash A-log channel slash Kiwi slop is what they call it. Copy. All right. Where's my... Okay, you would think with all these monitors, I'd be a bit more prepared. Let's see here. Here we go. Paste. Bam. There you go, chat. And take a look through that, man. It's an interesting read, to be honest with you. Pirate software. Okay, yeah. No. There actually, to be honest with you, Point, there is some well-known people in that thread. There's some interesting criticisms too. Oh, don't post the link. My bad, prop. My fault. I just saw your message. My bad. Hold on a second. Let me see if he's... There you go. He's right there. All right, let me see something. Oh, shit. My bad, prop. If you want me to bring you to the call, I just saw you. My fault. I wouldn't drop the link. Oh, shh. I wish I didn't drop that link now. Fuck. Yeah, I forgot that was in there. Good call, prop. Good call. Shit. Damn. I just thought about that. There's some ridiculous shit in there. Yeah, I appreciate that, prop. I didn't even think about that. Hey, man, if you need me to pull you in, let me know. Fuck, I didn't even think about that. I should have put that out there. Yikes. Fuck, I forgot all about that bullshit. I forgot there's some icky shit in there. Let's see here. Pirate Software has probably one of the most amazing crash outs that I've ever seen, to be honest with you. And he's such an easily hateable person. It's really fantastic how bad Pirate Software is. Holy shit, man. Yeah, I should have thought about that. Prop. I should have really thought ahead on that. I'll take the hit on it. Oh no, he's not just is he a nepo baby, because he's definitely that in spades. He's the most silliest person that I think I've ever seen, who I can see. It's weird because I can see his potential. I really can. I can see his potential. The problem is he's just such a dislikable individual. He's just such a massive piece of shit for no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep in mind, his whole crash out was because he made a mistake. Now, don't get me wrong, they were going to find the other stuff on him anyway. That was going to come out. Like that situation in that one role-playing video game that he was in, the gay affair that he had while he was married. He was fucking with some other guy and shit. What else? Supposedly what he actually did at Blizzard, which didn't really have anything with coding. It was really more personnel type stuff. All of that stuff was going to eventually come out on him. It was only just a matter of time. Only a matter of time. What's up, Meth Bear? Big ups. Yeah, like he has a really interesting story. Like, there's people out there doing some really good documentaries on him. Matter of fact, here, if you give me a second, let's see if I can try to make up for that whole, for that lap in judgment that I just had here. Give me a second. Let's see here, Pirate. Because I saw a documentary on him the other day that was pretty eye-opening. Let's see here, the many controversies. Let's see. Let's get a good one. Let's get a good one. Oh, well, that's actually no. Here it goes. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys this one. You need to watch this shit. Boom. And I've watched it myself, so no mistakes on my part this time around. Here, doop. Let me drop this in the chat for you. Paste. Check this one out. That's a good video. That's a really good video on dog. Yo, Donut, my bad about the message. I'll get it worked out. I don't know why Nightbot's been tripping. He's been acting up since his ass got started. Give him a little bit of clout. He acting crazy. Yeah, check that video out about some of the Pirate Software's earlier dramas and shit. Really fucking wild, ridiculous shit. The stupid ass shit. Guy's out his motherfucking mind. Give me just a second. Let me jump over to Discord real fast. Yeah. Yeah. It's up to you, Prop. If you want me to bring you in, man, you want to, give your opinions on the situation, cool. If not, then, if you want to, not lay everything out for your stream tomorrow, no problems. And whatnot. Here, let me make sure I got Discord set up real fast. But yeah, I got no problem with bringing you in, man. Not a problem at all. I don't know how I missed your call. But yeah, if you want to get tagged in, let me know. Absolutely. But yeah, all this because he don't want to apologize. All because he fucked up, and all he has to do is just take the hit. Hey, we went into this raid. I roached you guys the first time, and I knew that you guys going up the middle that second time was a bad move, and I should have said something. He's the one with the most experience. He should have told them. You know what I mean? And whatnot. He should have just, it is what it was. And then when he retreated, he ran like a coward. Oh, okay. You know what? That's probably what it is. Here, give me a second, bro. Declan's right, too. I need to get you guys on a phone call one day. Let's see. I actually can't hear you. That's weird. Give me a second. Oh, yeah, I got you. No, I got you. I got you. Give me a second. I think. Okay. Go ahead and talk for a minute, and I'll see where you're at in chat.
Okay, no worries. It's been a nice night.
Cool.
It was a good work week. I'm happy to finally sit here and relax, have a nice adult beverage.
Nice. All right. Chat, is he coming through okay? Is there an echo? Anything like that? Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I'm not sure if something's gonna come out tomorrow. If not, it should start back up on Sunday or Monday. Because I got a Becky video coming out. So far, so good. No echo. Okay, no static or anything. Okay, I had been kind of adjusting the Discord sound, so hopefully it's a little bit better. My bad on that proper from last time, so that's all on me.
No worries, it happens. Trust me.
All right, so
I know.
No, you're good. So DSP, man, what are your thoughts? I'm not sure what you caught or what you didn't. You have a stream coming up tomorrow, but what are your initial thoughts right now?
Well, I don't know if I want to really talk about it too much. I need to buy a license first, apparently.
Oh yes, yeah, that's very important, man. Because if not, you can get yourself sued.
Give him all my, life details.
Yeah.
My name, my address, all the legals and whatnot on a website.
All of it.
Controlled by Dents.
Yeah, but more likely, KC will be running that shit?
Somebody like that. I don't know. Maybe Darcy.
So yeah, that's a thing.
I don't know. Otherwise, I got a lawyer up, I guess. Maybe my work is not transformative enough.
Maybe. Either that or it'll be those scandalous fucking titles that we use all the time. Because we're all liars, just in case you didn't know.
The bait titles?
Yep.
So, does he even have a case?
I mean, I guess it depends on what your definition of a case is, to be honest. Like I said, I'm not a...
Well, what are we suing for if we're suing detractors?
He's saying that he's suing for copyright, which obviously is silly as hell.
Okay.
He also said that he'd be willing to take down videos that have any defamation or slander. That's definitely not going to go anywhere since his own content's being used in the process of that. So, as I said earlier on, I don't think this is actually about suing. I think this is about getting as much publicity on him as possible with this lawsuit, and then hoping to harvest new dents and even force the bigger YouTubers who wouldn't give him the time of day to actually speak to him because there'll be so much publicity on him. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether that's...
so that's why we're reaching out to the legal mindset?
I think he needed legal mindset as... Initially, he wanted to see what he could do. Then he reached out to him as a referral. But as we all know, DSP doesn't have any money to put up. So how are you going to get a law YouTuber How are you going to get them invested in your case if you have no money up front to pay them or even to retain them? I'm thinking if he can get one of these guys invested on him, do their streams, collect super chats, hell, maybe even bring him onto the streams to talk. And if it gets enough traction, as some of these LOL cases do, I think that's what he's looking at. I think that's what he thinks his value is. But because he thinks,
So
go ahead.
we're once again looking for somebody just to pick up the fight for him.
Yes, sir.
I mean, like I said in chat earlier, Mike Plum comes to mind, Ralph comes to mind, Keen comes to mind, Rich comes to mind. You know, he wants all these people to fight his detractors for calling him out on his lies, his scams, all the nastiness he's done over the years. But to me, there's no case here.
No, not at all.
He doesn't copyright his own videos. That doesn't happen.
Right.
He's not paying $45 a piece to copyright him eating Taco Bell for the 8th time for $1,500. It's not happening.
No, it's not.
Like,
it's not.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's an attention grab. It's a cash grab.
I
mean, think about it. The last person who did a LOL suit, who was that?
That'd have been super crazy, would it?
Yeah, I know. I mean, the man had to rob a train and then rob the digital railroad.
Can we actually speak about that for a minute? Actually, before we do that,
of course.
To NGE, you're right. It wouldn't be a GTG stream without audio issues. It's the tradition over here. Big ups to Silent Weapon and went up for the $5. Big ups. Oh wow! Only license Phil has is PW Dubs. That's fucking savage. Let's talk about the super crazy thing for a minute, because I don't think you and I have ever really spoken about that.
Which part about it? I mean, they're super crazy, and we've had our crossings a couple of times.
Yeah, okay. Here's my thing. I have a hard time believing he picked up and just finessed the community for $3,000, bro, in a channel that he had that was successful, that was generating money. Like, you would throw all, like, it doesn't make sense to throw all that away for $3,000. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not defending what he did or what he didn't do, because I wasn't there. I don't know what the situation is. But it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me to toss everything away for $3,000. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think so. For what's super crazy, we've watched here and there, but he wasn't too bad of a dude. But like, he was just he would foam at the mouth about a lot of this stuff, and he took it a little too seriously, and it bit him in the ass. I don't know what made him go for the LOL suit or why he picked up the 3K and dipped. I got no idea. Like, he had a good channel going. His To Catch a Pay Pig stuff was probably his best content.
It's great content.
So
it's great content.
I mean, people were just like, oh, he just steals like the farms content. Okay, but as long as he says, hey, man, I got it from
as long as he refers to the farms, then it's all good, right?
Yeah. Who cares then? No, nobody cares. But it was just like one of those things. He just up and left and disappeared, just gone. I mean, maybe he saw his out and he took it.
Not for $3,000 though, man. It's just not. Well, I mean, what happened happened. I can't.
The thing is, he's gone.
Yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, I can't argue on his behalf. I'm just saying,
anymore.
It's $3,000, man.
He's a non-factor. I don't know if there was heat on him for the LOL suit.
Yeah,
like maybe he felt pressure about people laughing at him for it, which I sure did. I mean, because it was really silly when he.
It was, and don't be wrong, and it was $3,000 is nothing. He should have just refund the money back and be done with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, like, you're not going anywhere on that.
Yeah, it would have been the end of it. You could have just gave it all back to people and just said, cool, that was fun. Like, that was a good laugh. And people would have just been watching his content later.
Okay.
But he left. And who knows why. Here's
my next question to you. If he was to make a comeback, what are your thoughts on that? Could he? Could he actually do that if that was a thing?
He would have to take all of the heat and criticism he gets and keep stepping. I mean, anybody can come in and do a comeback or come talk about the stuff. Nobody's ever banished from here. Again, people think we gatekeep, but you're allowed to come in there and talk. You're just going to get laughed at. That's just what it is.
Fair enough. David, No, I feel you.
I
Dave,
mean, I've seen some of Cruz come back. I mean, for example,
uh,
I mean, look at Mighty D. He got laughed at and retired and came back.
this. Oh,
So you know, what about Secret Limited? He did the same thing. Come on, we got the Gold Dust stream. I mean, anybody can come back to this. Phil doesn't change. Like that was what I was advocating over that last week.
okay, but saying something, getting into an argument over, you know, ideals or whatever is one thing. To be able to have walked away with $3,000 of other people's money who had trust and faith in you or something completely different. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a completely different ground that I don't know if I don't know if you can. I don't know how you even try to come back from something like that.
You come back and you refund the money publicly right then and there on stream. Say, hey, I'm sorry, I'm back. You know what I did was done. And
take the hit and then keep it moving.
I mean, take the hit. Be honest with people.
That's fair.
They'll read you and they'll call you a liar. I mean, so I don't know. Maybe he's happy not dealing with this anymore. Who knows?
Fair point. Fair point. Let's see, David, what did Super Crazy do? Okay, so Super Crazy, when DSP exposed his flagging history, Super Crazy was on it, but Super Crazy already knew that. He basically was like, "Yo, DSP is abusing the TOS on YouTube, and I want my get back." And he basically raised money to try to basically sue DSP, and he went on a bit of a press tour about it. Some people were like, "Yo, we don't think it's a good idea. I don't know if it really even means anything." He already retracted it. DSP's a piece of shit. We'll just throw it onto the heap. And then one day he just disappeared. He just picked up and left. Am I missing anything proper, or is there anything else I need to?
No, that's the rundown. Like he started a GoFundMe, got a nice 3K sum, and just took the money and ran. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, so there you go.
I don't know. It was just one of those blips in the vortex where you just go, "Huh, that was weird," and you know, you write it down in your piss yellow notepad and you keep pushing.
Yeah, I think if he comes back with the money, it'll go a long way. But I mean,
that's what he'd have to do if he wants to come back. But I don't know. He's still gonna get talked to and questioned and pressed.
Right.
I mean,
right. Yeah. So that's the thing. But I mean, yet again, like, you know, there's a long history of detractors doing silly ass shit at one time or another. So it's just kind of the tradition when you're in the vortex for any period of time. What's my next thing for you, Prop? Have you been keeping up with Keemstar, Locale Live, and that mud wrestling nonsense they had going on over there?
It's just all a paid spectacle. I mean, I think they do these kind of things for like the higher up whales.
Right.
It's kind of like what Phil's doing with playing certain games.
Uh-huh.
But you know, Keem puts on an event and probably asks these big name whales to donate a bunch of money to make this event possible and make it work. Otherwise, you know, Locale Live will not be #1 on YouTube on Super Chats for a month or whatever. Can't have that happen.
Oh shit.
He's turned it into pretty much the begging business that DSP needs to have.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. So we spoke on a little bit about the whole coaching thing. DSP's whether Keem is coaching DSP, whether DSP is kind of giving hints to the Keem, whatever. Can we agree that there is some type of correspondence that's going on between them? Active correspondence.
So
okay.
I mean, why not?
Do you, given the landscape in 2025, right? Do you think what DSP does is the new meta? Because he's not the only, not even locale, because I'm seeing non-locales kind of pick up on the whole, it's e-begging strategy. And what, I guess I'm an e-beggar too, you know what I'm saying? I gotta hit this SnortBucks goal. But you know what I'm saying? Like, do you see that in some weird ass way becoming the new meta moving forward? Whether it's honest or not, whether it's productive or not, it's getting results. Do you see, I mean, look at Cobra. Cobra is not above just laying back in that roach infested chair and be like, yeah, drum in that money to my PayPal so I can fight the overdrafts or whatever, and then maybe get himself a food hack. Wings will literally pick up and quit a stream if he don't get his bread. LTG is a bit more resourceful, and he has way more dedicated people who are willing to pay for whatever's going on over there. Also, he's trying to make himself look good to bigger streamers, so that don't look good. Look at what Keem's doing. Look at what Becky's doing. What are your thoughts?
Well, it reminds me a lot of trading strategies for like the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
So there's different strategies. To take out your options. You run some long calls. What are you doing? Naked shorts. I don't know what you're into, but there's this strategy that's a little off meta called theta trading. So if you're in the theta gang, you're trading to make money pretty much guaranteed. You're trading your options to try to raise a premium with them and walk away with money guaranteed pretty much. So I think a lot of these streamers and people like that are taking guaranteed money from people to try to push content that these people enjoy, which happens. I mean, look at your network television and reality shows. They started out in early 2000s and then ran for 20 years. The only one that's left standing pretty much with any relevancy might be Big Brother and Survivor. So to me, it's no different. I mean, people try to stay relevant, and Keem's one of those people who has a reputation that he wants to keep intact, even though it was shit to start with.
Agreed. Yeah, I can boost up Proper's audio. Sure, no problem. Like I said, let me know where we're at, and Prob, I'll go ahead and let you finish talking. Let me know where we're at, and if you need me to boost or lower, let me know.
There.
Let me ask you another.
That's how I feel about it.
All right, let me ask you another question. We're in middle of July, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel as it pertains? How do you feel about how DSP has been doing this year so far? Like we're obviously mid-year, so how do you feel the year has gone in the vortex so far?
Man, is this just a rewording of have you started your year-end video? I'm seriously contemplating starting that video now because so much has happened already. We already had the King Snake arc and the end of Kino Casino and all the other silly nonsense, and now whatever speculation we had for a full week. I mean, plenty of wage quits, blunders. It's all over the place. Like we're depending on this new Donkey Kong game to save the stream, like it's GTA 6 or something.
How's that doing?
Tonight, not good.
Did he hit the goal earlier today?
He did. Okay. He did hit the goal on the money. Thanks, Habib. So it's one of those things. Like when you're dependent on Habib and Guitar Player as your primary whales, you're in trouble. By the way, update live 76 out of 150 right now at 9:15.
Yikes!
Pig roach time. We're struggling the bananas.
Yeah.
Like,
shit.
I top 30. Like somebody suggested to me in one of the Top Haters crew, they hit me up and were like, "Hey man, you should just like go on Odyssey, copy all of Raw Phil's top to bottom streams for every day, and just play them back to back." Because it'd just be like just the top worst moments, and it'd just be every single day. Because like every day is worse.
It couldn't hurt. Yeah, it couldn't hurt because it is fundamentally getting worse as the day goes on, or the days go on. For sure. Let's see.
It's bad.
It's bad. See here. Logan K. Big ups, Logan. Yeah, e-begging is definitely the new meta, and like I said, because it produces the type of results that if this was 2017, outside of your e-thoughts, you might not have seen. You might not have seen. I like I told Prop. 5 years ago, you wouldn't have catch Keem doing what he's doing. You had never seen him do that 5 years ago.
Maybe not, but he's learned that it works, and that's the thing that Phil's been on for years. Is it work? He told Quartering back in that softball interview. you know, if I don't ask for it, I don't get it. You know, ask and receive. So I ask my fans for money. They just give me it.
So
It works.
now, well, it does work. I absolutely agree. Which leads to my next question: was DSP just ahead of the curve, or have all of us has the internet community? No. Well, then hear me out. Hear me out. Has the internet community just gotten worse?
I think it's that you're seeing content farming, like we've talked about before,
right?
That's this year, and people are just not running their farms right. You know, they're not planting seeds, they're not tilling the land, they're not looking into what pesticides they spray on crops. No. So we're losing cash, and we're wondering what's happening, and we're trying to find something that works. And well, this guy works. This model works.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. Funny enough, David, you're right. It is pretty much the same thing. Where do you? I know, like I said, we're halfway through the year, whatnot. How do you see the holiday season going? So I'm talking about from October till end of December. How do you?
It's not the holiday season.
You know what I mean?
We have a correct name for this.
Okay, the hardcore begging season. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I mean, this is what it is.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Pay the proper respect. I feel you.
I mean, what is it going to play? What is it going to do? We're already playing GTA 4 with mods. Minecraft just died. Blueprints is dead. What do we got? Donkey Kong game that's dying a death tonight / tomorrow morning because he's playing it 3 times in a row.
So got Mario Kart, right? Or did PPP give him post?
Oh no,
PTSD?
It barely lived.
Oh,
barely lived. Yeah, but PPP won, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Is PPP won. Oh, and we've had multiple truck streams, so that's been fun.
How are those doing?
And for last night was put me to sleep.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Otherwise, they've been okay. Otherwise, we are really hyper focused on momentum. I don't know what happened. Yeah, you remember last time he went on a staycation?
I do. That was when
what happened to his momentum?
Well, when he came back from that staycation, remember he had like a fucking massive sob story and whatnot on what was going on as it pertains to the holidays, his personal life, how the business was going. He had something to fall back on. He doesn't have anything to fall back now. Not without. Thank you. Like I said, he doesn't have anything to fall back now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless he's going to expose something about Linda or Kat or something wrong with himself, because someone pointed out that there's something wrong with his elbow or his arm, I should say. I haven't looked into that too much, but his arm does look weird.
Well, that's atrophy, my guy.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously.
That's all it is. Is he's wasting away sitting in this chair. You're watching a 43-year-old former alcoholic, wink, wink.
Former alcoholic.
Eat DoorDash on stream at least once a week. And, you know, it's like $55 just for him.
Mm-hmm.
And we're drinking up a storm for White Claw maintaining or whatever it is for DUI simulator. So it's like he's just a hot mess overall. And you've noticed the face twitching.
Yes. The
lip licking.
Yes,
the weird like stuff like that. That happens a lot more. I don't know. You know what would help for Phil? Vitamin D. Like some sunshine. Like go outside, man.
It's not safe to go. It's not safe going outside. You know that.
Oh, he can stay in his gated community. You can trot the horse around.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Come on, put a carrot on the stick. It'll work.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not the way he was reacting to that VR horse simulator thing we were talking about. He acted all weird about that the other day.
That's a hotness.
Yeah, it is. There's so much money to be made on that shit. There's ridiculous.
Squirrels get them.
Yeah,
what is he playing? Marvel Rivals?
Oh well.
I mean, are we getting hit by the squirrel stampede? I hate that shit, man.
Dude,
that shit.
there was a dude on Twitter, dude, who literally like $65,000, I think, on some bullshit. He made some ridiculous money on that, on whatever races that he was on. So there's crazy money to be made out there on that shit.
there's always crazy money to make wherever you're going across the internet. It's the fun part of the internet. It's like gold mining.
Mm-hmm.
Really is what it is. You can run out there like it's the Wild West. It's like pan some river and be like, dude, I found a nugget. And you're running. I mean, look at what happened with our boy Homology. He found better help and ripped that wide open and took off into orbit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
But he's at least still humble enough to check in on us and be okay and clip the fill up. I mean, let's like the lawsuit, the little suit. Phil's gonna sue people, right? Allegedly. According to sources in the legal sector too. But the problem is he's gonna have to go to federal court for it.
Yeah,
Not state court.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that would fall under that
Have to
jurisdiction.
take it up, right?
Right.
Let's say he goes after Raw Phil. Gonna go clap him for just putting up the streams with the little like weather timestamp and the stuff where it's all recorded.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is like Raw wouldn't have to say anything. People just show up and give him money for a legal fund.
Agreed. Yeah, I definitely put money on it. I
Raw
definitely put money on that.
That much.
Yeah,
because you should like Raw. Because all he does is offer you a service that Phil doesn't, and that's just it.
Absolutely.
He offers you the transparency that Phil promises his chat. And Raw also does his own thing. He's also doing the fighting games on the side.
Yeah.
With people that get views. And it's fun to watch. Go watch some of that one of these nights.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from those streams.
Those guys are good.
Yeah.
They're cooking right there. It's like watching people is sparring, pretty much. It's good.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from that for sure. Oh man. Next question.
So,
go ahead.
I got a question for you. There's a couple theories out there.
Sure.
Really transpired. I'm in camp. Linda's in hospice, which is tragic, but whatever. And there's another one out there that I heard from Duty, which was he ate a second channel strike. Now, he's right. They do take a week to drop off your stuff. So
right.
That's why he came back on Saturday and not Friday.
Uh-huh.
So we know our stuff, apparently. Maybe he's familiar with taking copy strikes. I don't know. Channel strikes are different. Community strikes are different.
Right.
So, but I don't know if I can get on board with this. Not that I'm not open to Theo theories out there. It's just one of those things where DSP would have freaked out and melted down and screamed and yelled and stomped his feet. You saw what happened with Twitch. He wanted a public apology and email. You don't think you'd do that to Phil? Or to YouTube?
Okay, let's go with the first one. So Linda's in hospice care, or hospice care, sorry. I don't think Dave would put her in there, to be honest. They still got family around them. So
you can have hospice care at home.
Well,
I mean, it's just like having a nurse come over and be like, you doing all right? Like, you need to manage your pain? Like, this is kind of the schedule for it. Like, you got like 30 days clock sticking. Like, I'm just here to help.
Okay.
I mean, that's all it could be.
Would it change?
Doing it at home.
Well, would it change like that? Then no, I don't think that's enough to get him up and out there. To be honest, I don't see it. It could happen though, but
even if Dave pulled some stuff and said, "Hey, man, if you don't show up, everything goes to Melissa."
I don't know if he would word it like that. I think he would say that you're long overdue for coming out here. And
I just think he would have blunt with his son at this point.
Okay, so if worded like that, possibly, but like I said, if we're talking about in home patient care, if you will, I don't know if that's enough to draw Phil out. As it pertains to the strikes, if he did catch a strike, he'd be all over Twitter bitching about, or X, whatever. He'd be all over X bitching about that shit. He'd scream about, he'd be pig squealing about that shit day in, day out. Yeah.
I mean, that's what he does anytime he gets bopped.
Yeah.
Shows up, stomps his feet, screams and yells, shows up on Facebook Gaming.
Yeah. Well, if that was the case, why didn't he just go to another channel?
I don't know.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like
That's
he
the
could have
thing,
just
like he could have showed up on KO Gaming. That's what he kept as his backup, right?
yeah, KO Gaming uses the backup in a worst case scenario,
Yeah.
or he would go to what's it called, DSP Reacts, one of the two.
Yeah, so it's hard. It's a hard buy.
Yeah, it
so
is.
I don't know. As far as theories go, you can cast the line anywhere you want. Phil's eventually going to tell you what's up. It's just a matter of time.
Oh.
And I don't know. He said it was the darkest times of his life, pretty much. So who knows?
It could be. Actually, David brings up a good point. It says right here that Proper is right. Maybe DSP didn't complain because the detractors, trolls, haters, and critics, I love how you did that, would know what sort of strike was getting him struck. That's actually a good point. So, yeah.
That's fair. I mean, he maybe shut the hell up because he doesn't want a third strike that would bop his entire DSP gaming channel. And then he's fucked. And that would have to disappear.
Is DSP Gaming...
So who knows?
Is DSP Gaming really even worth it at this point, though? Like, if he really lost DSP Gaming, is that really... Like, let's be honest with each other. Like, is it really that serious for him at this point? It's practically a dead channel for all intents and purposes.
I mean, if you get bopped in that sense, I don't think you can go back to KO Gaming or, King of Hate Live or any of those other channels, the throwback channel. I don't think you can stream on any of that. You'd have to go to Twitch. Or stay on Kick and have Kick be your VODs.
Nah, Kick's not gonna pay the bills. Not like that.
No. Kick costs Kick money to host Phil right now. They lose about like $400 to $600 a month on Phil.
Yikes. That's ridiculous.
So I don't know. I don't know if like Dimitri, the homie, is done boosting Phil to the front page, but last I saw there was LTG above him on the front page.
True. Interesting.
So,
That's an interesting point.
yeah. What about DSP back to Street Fighter 6? Sagat?
He's gonna. I think from what I saw in the character, not character, sorry. What I saw in the trailer, he looks fucking amazing. Like holy shit. He's probably closer to what DSP would be accustomed to as it pertains to like his ST days.
Pretty much.
I think that's how they kind of styled him. I see DSP definitely riding his ass all the way to master. That's an uphill struggle though, because there's already people that have gotten shit figured out. So Street Fighter 6 is going to be interesting. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The trailer's fucking ridiculous, dude. Like I like what I saw for sure. And like I said,
I like the Tiger Strikes and stuff, the Muay Thai mix-ups.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that jump late mix-up that was like some SD shit?
Yep. Yeah.
I was like, ooh, that's in the game. Okay.
That shit's silly.
How many Tiger shots per round? 18. Take a guess.
I think that's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be crazy. I think he'll ride that till master rank until he gets figured out. Obviously.
Yeah, but I know people are gonna go pig hunt him for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're gonna go clap piggy for a little bit. It is gonna be entertaining. I mean, fighting games for him are supposed to be the ego pattern, the booster. I mean, that's why he's been playing with like Tony B, and those guys. But that hasn't really gone well, has it?
No, not that I saw. Let's see here. Hold on a second. What is actually? I just saw this. I saw this channel, man, that I was meaning to send to you and Dwight. What's that shit called? It's called Kayfabe.
Yeah, there's a lot of the Street Fighter 4 Sagat in that trailer.
Yeah.
A lot. There was like a touch of 5, some ST in there. I liked it. Good character. He looks like just a giant without looking like a giant. It's great.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed. It definitely brings back the ST. Fucking.
And I'm a fan of the look. I mean, with the tiger pelt over the shoulders, the rag over the face. It's like, okay.
Let's see. Fuck, man. Every time I want to recommend this channel, dude, I can never find this shit.
I
Okay.
hate when that happens.
Okay. Here's the thing.
I hate when that happens. I get it.
Yeah, like it makes me mad because I need to send this to you and Dwight, and then we can actually speak on it. What it is it basically talks about the. I'll be real quick, chat, because I know most of you guys aren't into this. It's about basically the power struggle between Vince and Vince Hunter and Shane before he decided to sell and shit. And it talks about how, like, one of the more interesting things that I took away from it is basically when Vince said, you know, hey, if you're strong enough to take this company, you have to stab me in the chest to get it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I took it from my father. That's how his father took it from him. And Shane was like, I can't. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. And like Stephanie was like, well, Hunter, you do it. So, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when the whole scandal and everything happened or whatever. And I thought it was an interesting listen. I thought it was a really interesting
a good chunk of WWE history, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think it's gonna. I think people really need to watch this particular video. When I find it, I'll put it up there. Maybe it is KFab. Meth Bear, actually, that might have been it. Hold on a second. KFab commentary. It might have been that. Let me see something.
Maybe that's the channel.
Yeah, give me a second.
I don't know.
But he was. But I feel like that's probably the most honest. I think that any McMahon that Vince could be is like, yo, you have to do this if you're built for it. Let's see, best of KC votes.
You better come for the king and show up in his face.
That might not be it, but there's a lot of bangers here though. Holy shit, there's a lot of bangers. So that was a good recommendation. Big ups, Meth Bear.
Rewatch RVD's TV belt run.
Oh yeah, that would be a good watch.
I want to rewatch that because that was fucking fire.
I'll look for it over the weekend. Big ups, Meth Bear. Like I said, that was a good recommendation because I saw some bangers in there I haven't seen in a while. But shit. I need the. I'll check it out. Thoughts on Jim Cornette? I don't follow his political aspects, so that is what it is. But
his wrestling takes though.
Oh, I mean, well, as it pertains to his wrestling, everything he said about AEW came to fruition. Basically, it basically all panned out.
For guys who's out of the game, he still knows a lot about the business and how the business operates. And the ins and outs of everything. Yeah, Cornette's a good listen. I mean, I enjoy it. That's for sure.
Agreed. Dwight, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
No.
Oh, okay, my fault. It says right here, Dwight, Paul sold Vince out to TKO. Yeah, he did because he was hoping that he thought Khan. I think it's Nick Khan. He thought Nick Khan was gonna have his back, and Nick follows the power, and Vince is the one who still had the power. Nick follows the power. Like if Triple H or Paul, if Paul had kept Nick as the bank and only the bank, and was still willing to stab Vince and do what he needed to do, it'd have been completely different.
Well, I think the other part to it is they knew the scandals that Vince was involved with, so they figured sell high before the shit tanked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you sell off and you go remove Vince when everything came out and just be like, okay. And I think the product's in a pretty good place right now. I mean, it took a hit with Seth Rollins getting hurt again.
Right.
Man, knees are rough. I'm telling you, knees are rough to take care of.
Well,
we'll see where the writing goes.
We'll see. But like the thing is, though, is they need to develop new stars. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's always been Vince's problem as of late in the last 20 years.
I think they've done an okay job. I think they're going to harvest pretty well from AEW for people who want to take their characters other places. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Mid card is shit, right?
Yeah, mid card is garbage. The mid card is fucking garbage.
Like there's nothing going on. Like I have more fun watching the tag team division right now than mid card.
Agreed. What about you, man? What do you have going on? What do you have coming up? What's your situation?
Oh, I think I'll do a stream tomorrow about some licensing. How I feel about all that. I do want to talk about Brendan Schaub. I don't know if you caught this. Brendan Schaub, you know him, Joe Rogan's Make-A-Wish kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he had a little legal trouble recently. with a troll of his, actually.
Is it the YouTuber?
Yeah, it was a YouTuber
Okay, okay.
who he took to court for a DMCA claim.
Right.
Which is really funny. He didn't even know he was taking him to court for that, by the way. So the troll showed up and, under the advice of an unnamed party, represented himself and won this case.
Oh shit! No, wait a second. Is this over the fighter and the kid thing that he did a few years ago, or is this something more recent?
I think it's something more recent. I'll have to check with my other sources. But
Okay,
yeah, it's really fucking funny.
Okay, so
like the troll represents himself, and he puts out the whole case, and it's all DMCA, and the court's like, yeah, no, you got to pay up.
how much does
so Shab had to pay up a bunch of money.
How much does he owe?
Yeah, I think it was like $1 million plus.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna dive into it a little more. I got some sources. I'm building a video about it because it's really funny.
Jesus, $1 million plus.
Yeah, I don't know how many people are into watching like the comedian locales, but like there's some out there. It's really funny. But Brendan Schaub is like the prime example right now.
Yo, he owes $1 million. He owes $1 million plus.
Well, I mean, the guy makes money. He has money, so I believe so. With court fees included, I think it's over $1 million. I think it's like 1.4.
Oh fuck! Holy shit! Holy shit!
And you gotta think, this guy represented himself, so he didn't have a lawyer. He just had somebody, unnamed party, wink, wink, just thought it would be funny to, give him some legal advice that would work.
Yo, $1 million. Yo, hold on. I gotta look something fast.
I think it's somewhere around there, if I remember correctly.
Jesus,
it's been a long week, so excuse me.
Oh, yeah, man, I'm gonna have to wait for you to pull that up. That's icky. $1 million plus, bro. That's stupid money to be given up for nothing. I know trolling is profitable, but goddamn, son. Yikes. Oh shit, did I lose the stream? Uh-oh.
No.
Okay, cool. My bad. $1 million plus. That's insane, dude. That's stupid money.
Yeah, it was against a person called Thick Boy Production. It was about the fighter and the kid stuff.
It was about the fighter and kid thing. Okay. Yeah. Brandon's been fighting that shit forever. I thought he let that shit go.
It was a 2-year battle at that.
Good God. Yeah, he's a gold. Yeah, Brendan Schaub is a fucking gold mine, dude.
Like the main details, but like it's wild. It's wild out there.
Yo, well that whole like comic community, because I was looking into that for a little bit, but like that whole comedian community is fucking. It's a mess. Like you got people. It's not necessarily the joke stealing, even though there's quite a bit of that, but like just the sexual harassment, the whoring out the newer talent to some of the older talent. Supposedly people getting like gatekeeped and whatnot. There's all kinds of nonsense that goes on in that kind of stand-up comedian community, and like Joe Rogan's like behind all of it, and then he catches shit for pushing guys who were never really that funny in the first place, which is always a problem.
Let's be honest, is Joe Rogan really that funny?
He was, not now.
I mean, like some of his stand-up was okay back in the day. I don't know at this point. I watch him for certain guests at this point in time.
I don't even know if I feel the podcast anymore, because like I feel like he should be pushing back on some of the guests that come up, and he kind of don't. He just, I don't know if maybe because he's off the weed, so he's a bit more irritable, and he just isn't. He's not in touch with his chi or his chakra. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm not sure if he's using his fucking weed ointment or whatever. I don't know what his problem is, but I feel like he's not. He's not the Joe's starting to become a yes fan.
I love Joe.
I do.
I like him because he's just curious about things. I think he's one of those guys, and he's admitted it. He'll fall into a trap if he can. Like if people lead him along, and he'll fall into it.
I don't know, man. It's just I don't feel. Maybe it's just me looking at rose-colored glasses or rose covered glasses, whatever. I feel like he's just not. It's not what it was, and I don't know if it's just because he's older I'm not sure. I feel like it's just not. And this is just for me, by the way. I just feel like it's not the impact. It's not as impactful as I thought it was, and maybe because I don't know. I don't hate him, obviously. You know what I'm saying? It's just I don't know.
No.
Not, some of the guests are just not hitting for me. That's all. Or maybe how he's questioning him doesn't hit. You know what I mean? And for someone who's been doing it as long as he has and as talented as he is, maybe because my expectations are too high. As time goes on, you know what I'm saying? Because time wears down on everybody. So hard to say. Joe Rogan still does comedy. He just had a stand-up not too long ago.
Yeah. I mean, he has his own stand-up club.
Yeah, well, yeah. But have you seen Dave Chappelle's club? Seen pictures of it or anything?
I haven't yet. Yo.
I'll send you some pictures on it. That's just nice.
Like Chappelle is he reminds me a lot of Carlin. He don't give a fuck.
No, he don't.
He'll say whatever he wants.
But
it's great.
He has a real nice club though. It's really. I mean, Joe. What's Joe called? The space station or
the mothership?
The mothership,
or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
I hear Joe has a nice club too. But Dave has it's a real nice club. It's a really, really nice club. Like, holy shit, it's a good club. It's a nice club. Holy shit. And that's another thing too. I feel like some of the comedians that are around Joe just aren't ambitious. It's just easier to ride his coattails, have their podcast, and that's it. I don't feel any of them are really trying to push forward enough. And then yet
Did you watch the SPs?
A little bit.
Did you hear shade?
A little bit. Oh, can I actually let me ask you a question? Since we kind of talk about a lot of shit. Thank you, actually. Or dudes aren't hungry no more. With that being said, let me ask you about Kevin Hart. Do you feel like Kevin Hart's a plant? Do you feel like a plant? Yeah. Like he's a plant. Like he's an industry plant. And realistically, the only reason why he exists is because Cat Williams turned down the roles that he was, dressing up or whatever bullshit, or like as a woman and all that nonsense.
Okay.
What,
yeah, no, that's viable. You think that's very viable theory? I just think that Kevin Hart is starting to burn out. So it's rough. Like I get it, but I just don't know how long he can keep it up.
Well, between the Old Spice commercials, the Capital Ones, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, outside, if he can get back to the Oscars, he's in a pretty good financial situation outside of the lawsuits, of course, that he's going through. He's pretty much in a great position. My thing is, it's like, do you think, okay, besides him being a plant, do you think how do I word this? I'm not trying to be politically correct, so I don't care about that. When you look at Kevin Hart's career, does it stand up to the greats? Does it stand up to your Eddie Murphys? Does it stand up to your Bernie Macs? Does it stand up to your Dave Chappelle's and Cat Williams? As it pertains to transition from to comedy to movies, if you had to describe Kevin Hart's career, what are your thoughts on that? Something I very rarely get to ask people.
He's Dane Cook without stealing the jokes.
Well said.
That's it. That's how I feel about Kevin Hart.
I haven't thought of Dane Cook in so long. I have not thought of that cat for so fucking long. Holy shit, Dane Cook. God damn, son. Oh, fuck, man. That's wild. Dane fucking Cook. Holy shit.
Am I wrong?
No, not at all. It's just been so long since his names came up. That's all. Holy fuck. Yeah, actually, Mumu, I also agree with what you're saying. Kevin Hart is basically Kevin James. What are your thoughts on that?
Right. I mean, Kevin Hart has The Rock. Kevin James has Adam Sandler. So
true. Well, so does what's his name? Chris Rock. Chris Rock is cool with that. It's cool with him too.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of those SNL guys who are gonna make a bunch of money. I'm sure Happy Gilmore too. That's just around the corner, so that's gonna make some money.
Yeah, I heard about what is that? The thing at Subway or something like that, or whatever it is. When they do the cup shit. Well, I have
Oh,
a,
that they're gonna ban all the DSP memes? That's not fair.
oh shit.
These poor companies just get blasted by DSP memes and have to like make imaginary rules that you can't show DSP gifs. It's great.
I got another question for you, actually. Now I think about it. It's lolcow related.
Okay.
So it's so rarely that I actually get to pick somebody's brain about this stuff on stream. If you look at how do I word this? How long is too long for a lolcow to be around? Or does that or are we doing the what's his name, the Sargon of Akkad thing, and it depends on the lolcow? What are your thoughts on that? How long is too long for a lolcow?
Well, are they getting attention?
That's actually that's a good question. Holy shit, that's a good question.
That's it. Like, it boils down to, are you getting attention? Most lolcows have base one attention, right? I mean, they get some attention, they get laughed at, they get pointed at. You know, they still want their money. They still want to be brought up.
Wait.
I don't know. I mean, look at Phil. He's on year like 17 now. I don't think there's any expiration date. This guy's gonna stream till he's like 60 and has a stroke on stream.
Oh shit. Okay. All right, fair enough. To wheelchair. Come on, man. You can't take our mod privileges and shit, bro. Like, that's not cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're just talking off site. We're just talking off site, bro.
My mod privileges were taken away on the farms a long time ago.
Oh, come on, man. Sorry. Come on, wheelchair. It's not that serious,
I made a joke about Deer Eater, and it was over. It was over. Oh, I heard you talk about the whole YouTube thread. That was an interesting thing.
It was.
I'm just intrigued. You know, I'm being labeled as a Z-list internet celebrity by Noel was really fucking weird.
Actually, now that you brought that up, one more thing, and then we'll call it a night. I do really like these night streams though. These things are great. Have you seen the Ludwig World Order video, the new one? Or chat, have you guys seen it?
The Kino one?
Yes. Yes.
Go watch the Kino one. Like, I'm serious. You got some time.
Here,
go watch it. It's the best.
I'll drop the link in the description real fast.
Yeah. You can drop that link.
The reason why I'm bringing.
Well, did I share this with you? I got something for you, buddy.
Okay.
Now that we're talking about the farms and stuff, let me forward a little something to you. I'm sure you'll get a kick out of it. Go ahead.
All right.
It's a little tweet.
Little tweet. Okay, here, let me drop this in the chat for y'all real fast. And let's see what Harper's got for us. Okay, there's the Ludwig video, and whatnot. Let's see.
Go watch that chat. I'm telling you, the Ludwig video is like an hour and 20 minutes or something like that. It's gold. It's just like just killing it about the Kino saga, like the first part of it.
Oh, fucking
A. Yeah, no, Phil is not hitting the goal yet.
What the hell is Josh doing? We now have to reach out to people like Asmund.
What? Do you need to show the class? I mean,
come on, bro. This is what we doing now. All right, here, hold on a second. I'll pull it up on Twitter.
Times. I'm telling you.
I'll bring it up real fast.
It's hard to run a internet forum website. Trust me, I'm trying to innovate here.
All right, hold on a second, man. I'll bring this up before we close up shop. Jesus, Josh.
We're 10 minutes from 10 o'clock, by the way.
Oh,
we're deep in overtime, and we don't got the money.
Okay, here.
We don't got the money for the hot new release, man. I don't know what we're gonna do. I thought DK was supposed to save the channel.
Oh my god, bro. Holy shit. All right.
Hey, and now I gotta drop the Josh bomb on you. I'm sorry, man. Like
okay.
I really could care less what Josh does.
I just
there's a reason why Josh doesn't bring up my name. There's a reason why him and I never talked. We could get into that some other day. And I think we've been into it before, but
I get it, but like we're reaching out to people like Asmongold and private or live about payment processing and networking. Like this is nah, V. This isn't it. This isn't the play, man. This isn't the play.
When was the last time Josh had a real job?
Not since well, not since his late teens, early 20s, maybe.
Right.
Something like that.
How many years ago?
A long ass time ago. A long.
Would you say it's 13 years ago?
Yeah, Jesus, man. Josh, man. Fucking A,
Yeah,
bro.
okay. I haven't looked this James, but did you show the chat yet?
I did. I showed him a tweet. Oh.
I'm just checking in. And, I mean, it's just one of those things like we're asking to talk about being deplatformed by credit card companies for having a internet gossip site. Okay.
Look at A, bro. Holy shit. I don't even know what to say, bro. I'll need the.
I mean that's the state of things. I don't know what to tell you. I mean we're doing the Sir Asmongold thing. We're asking for a hand back down from.
The thing is though, is there's like so many people on the farms though that would, you know what I'm saying, that have a lot of them already have like supported Josh financially. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get, you know, he needs a payment processor to do certain shit. I get that. I roger that 100%. But like not like that. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like not
Did
with
he
that.
just stop Donkey Kong?
Oh, he might have.
It's exhausting.
Well, here, let's not hold nobody else up. First off, thank you yet again, Proper. I had you in the title because I didn't change it, but I'm glad you came through.
This guy's wage winning Donkey Kong.
Yeah, okay, chat. You guys need to go over there and see what DSP's doing with his wage.
No. You go pull it up. Do you need me to drop a link for you? Here. No. We're doing this. This is how it happens. Raw Phil here for you. You pull that up. This dude is complaining about the day one views.
Thank you, Moo, for the 5.
You gotta show this.
All right, hold on a second.
I'm dead serious. Like we'll shift gears right now. I understand the bad place Noel is in. Trust me, it's not good. It's rough.
Hold on, you're good.
We can discuss that at a later date. Well, while my guy pulls this up, we didn't even hit $100. We're at 89 out of 150.
All right, give me a second. Let me see if I can. Let's see here. You have a browser source for this?
He likes the game. David, I don't think Josh has any new people to reach, to be honest. I think he's ruined his reputation through all of his training wars and various, complaints about certain people on Twitter and groups. I think he's done a good job of alienating himself.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me get a browser source for this real fast, and then we'll be in business.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. That's how I'd roll it.
Let's see here.
So he's not going to play Donkey Kong tomorrow morning.
It's just not like as amazing as
Are we going to get speed clock out? Speed clock out?
I'm trying to climb. Look what he's doing.
Dude, you planned on playing it for like 3 streams straight. And because it doesn't hit a goal, you're already pulling the ripcord?
Alright, chat, let me know if you can hear it, if it's coming through. If not, I can adjust it.
Yeah, are you serious? We found everything.
Hopefully not.
A tuning fork so we can say.
Right here, I'll fix Proper's echo. My bad. I got you, Prop. I was on me.
Yeah,
I must have readjusted it.
The speed clock out. Oh no!
That is.
Play the trumpets. Play the trumpets.
So much for getting any sleep.
Damn.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking. This is like day one reviews, and we're night streaming, and we can't even hit a goal.
Dude, can I find a tuning fork to save or what? I still can't.
What happened? What happened? I thought this game was gonna go 3 streams straight.
It's getting ridiculous.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I just passed it to him tonight. All right, I just. I'm sorry, that's my bad. I sleep like that in the video though. So it's out there.
Yeah, I got you. You're Jesus Christ. That's ugly. All right, that's ugly. Yeah, I'll have to adjust that. I'll have to adjust that. That's my audio source is causing you to echo. My fault on that. All right, guys.
Weird.
No, you're good. You're good. That's on me. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. First of all, very much for coming out. I appreciate all the super chats and whatnot, and contributing to the SnortBucks fund and whatnot. $3,000 for a GTG tries it or whatever. Yet again, thank you for proper for coming out. I am work as it pertains
My
to
pleasure.
the Comicsgate stuff. I'm gonna go over the Mikey No More video first, then the Elazamat videos, and then I'll have like some type of large compilation after that. So give me some time and we'll work on it. And I will apologize on behalf of Nightbot for being a dickhead for no reason. I don't know why.
He just didn't like capital letters, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't even give you the Ralph like legal dick sucker. Like that's what he calls him, legal mindset.
That's hilarious. But
It's funny.
I'll figure that out and we'll get it all worked out. Prop, you got anything else you want to say before you bounce out, man?
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, nice.
I mean, I'm not working, so
You off tomorrow? Oh yeah, you're off tomorrow. That's right.
yeah, morning stream. I'm doing morning stream.
Oh, you doing a morning show?
Maybe. Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
Nice.
We'll suffer.
Suffer. Let's drop some SnortBucks in the chat. Like I said, thank all of you guys for coming out and whatnot. I very much appreciate it.
Well, thanks, chat.
And thank you again, proper. If there's not a video out tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, because there's been videos for the last 3 or 4 days, then there might be something out over the weekend. If not, I'll catch you guys on Monday, and we'll start it up fresh again. And take care of yourselves, people. I'll catch you guys later.
Get your real ID.
Later, people.
That's too good.
Okay, stream's over.
Clock out.